All right, we are live. I'm running a little bit late, but we are live now here at Collectco. It's Psychedelic Sundays with Paul, episode 1 of many to come for sure. There are a ton of psych records in this collection that we got in New Orleans. I'm very excited to sell these. So today is pretty much exclusively going to be psych, prog, folk, outsider, private press stuff. I don't know. I guarantee that there's going to be at least like 5 records or more that you've never seen. Psych is definitely that's my main focus as far as collecting goes, and I just love psych and prog and all that. But there's so much stuff in this collection that I've never seen or heard of in my entire life. So this is going to be like a really deep dive into psychedelia. It's going to be fun. There's going to be stuff you've never seen. Heavy psych heads are really going to be all over this collection. I feel like there's some rare stuff in here. There's also a lot of like reissues of very rare stuff that are obviously going to be like a fraction of the price of the originals. And there's going to be some good deals today. If you are a psych fan, psych collector, today is the day for you. I've got 3 crates that are pretty much full of nothing but psych, prog, psych folk, acid rock, space rock, stoner rock, outsider, private press stuff. I know I'm repeating myself, but I know people are still getting tuned in. There is some awesome stuff in this collection. Psychedelic Sunday. It is going to be a very good day. Very good Sunday today. It's been a couple weeks since I've hosted a sale. Last week was Easter, and I think the week before that I was out of town buying this collection, or I think maybe I was just getting back from getting this collection, the New Orleans collection. But here I am. It's Sunday, and ready to sell some records. I am going to do a warm-up crate of whatever is in this crate of new vinyl. Sorry, I'm still getting my bearings straight here. Hey, Chris, it was nice to meet you yesterday as well. Let's see. Yeah, Nick, that is Bulbous Creation. That will be up for auction today. Some really good stuff that we're going to be auctioning today. Some originals, some reissues, some like really whacked out private press stuff. There's also a little bit of cheap heat, like some partially damaged stuff that I was like, well, I mean, it fits the theme, and there's like very little in this whole collection that's not in like VG plus grade or better. But John, no Beatles today. We're doing some deep psych stuff. And when I say that, I mean there's not going to be any like Doors or Love or Jefferson Airplane, nothing like that. This is like really heady, hippie, deep, underground psych kind of stuff. There is some vintage prog in here. There's all sorts of stuff in here. You guys should get excited. I'm excited. I've been looking forward to today since we got this collection. And I mean, there's so much psych in this collection. I'm probably going to be doing this for months. This is just like the first batch that we're putting out. No zombies. Very obscure stuff. Really obscure stuff. There may, or I think I put there is a 13th floor elevators, but not, there's no like psychedelic sounds of or Easter everywhere, nothing like that. I believe it's like a live record. It's not Bull of the Woods or anything like that either. It's like a later issue of a live concert from 66 or maybe 67. I was recorded in San Francisco, but that'll be put up for auction at some point today. I have no idea what's in this crate, but it was sitting here. I'm just going to go through, warm up the fingers. Acid Archive stuff. Yes, Tracy, that is exact. We're looking at Acid Archives and like Pecora's Masterpiece kind of stuff. It's that kind of, it's like really out there kind of stuff. It's great. I love it. These are like the kind of records that I live for. But U2, the Joshua Tree, $46.99. Like I said, I'm just going through this. It's not going to be Psych in here, but, well, I don't know. There might be. I have no idea what's in here. I'm just getting my fingers warmed up. Kicks, Blow My Fuse, $46.99. If you want anything in here, just let me know. Comment the artist or the title, initials, whatever. Roger Waters, Here in the Flesh, New Jersey Broadcast, 1999, Volume 2. That's $39.99. Yes, the debut album, $33.99. And that is on Cobalt Blue vinyl. Got a couple copies of that. Michael Bublé, Christmas, red vinyl, $33.99. The Lost Soundtrack. And this is, yeah, has a foil jacket. Does not look like it's on colored vinyl, but it is $49.99. Queen, Jazz, $31.99. Half Speed Master. Destruction, Mad Butcher, $44.99. That's on splatter vinyl. Steely Dan, Gaucho, $36.99. James Taylor, Never Die Young. That's a music on vinyl pressing, limited to 1,000 copies on white and black marbled vinyl, $44.99. Autopsy, Severed Survival, $33.99. A lot of metal on here. Not exactly Psych, but like I said, I'm just getting warmed up, letting some viewers get on, and then we will get right into the Psych records. U2, Joshua Tree is $46.99. That's double heavy weight vinyl, $46.99 new and sealed. Exciter, Violence and Force is $33.99. Supertramp, Alive in England, colored vinyl, $28.99. Eric Clapton Unplugged, $44.99. Best-selling live album of all time. Talking Heads, Naked. This is on limited edition Orchid vinyl, $33.99. Gwar, Ragnarok, $34.99. Gray and white marble vinyl. Talking Heads, 77. That's $31.99. Descendants, Summary. And this is, yeah, previously released material. $39.99, Descendants Summary. I believe this is like a compilation. 2 LPs, $39.99. Johnny Cash. This is Cash, American 5. Yeah, this is the 5th one. $33.99 for Johnny Cash. Hiram, yeah, there's definitely some like proto-metal kind of stuff, some like heavy Psych. Yeah, you guys are in for a treat. There might be a lot of stuff that you've never heard of. There is stuff that I've heard of, some I haven't, but I tried to research as much of it as I could so I could hopefully try to explain what some of it is. Incursion, Blinding Force, $29.99. I did a lot of, like all day yesterday I was doing nothing but pricing this stuff out, and I was listening to as much as I could. I listened to a whole lot of these records yesterday. Another copy of Johnny Cash. I'll stick that right there with the other one. Kicks, Blow My Fuse. That is also out of place. There was a copy back here somewhere. Blow My Fuse, $46.99 for Kicks. Then we got the Pink Panther soundtrack, $28.99. Gojira, L'Enfant Sauvage, $49.99. New and sealed. Gojira, From Mars to Sirius, $49.99. Another Gojira. If you want any of these Gojiras, please comment the title of them. L'Enfant Sauvage, From Mars to Sirius. And then this one is Terra Incognita, $54.99. And this is Gojira, The Way of All Flesh, $54.99. A lot of Gojira. Oasis, Definitely Maybe, $38.99. Cannibal Corpse, Tomb of the Mutilated. Is that Maelstrom? Is that the label? Metal Blade, no? I don't know what Maelstrom is, but $36.99 for Cannibal Corpse. I shouldn't be showing that on the screen for too long. All right. I'm going to set this to the side, and I just realized I didn't even bring an empty crate. for the records that sell. So give me 1 second. I'm going to hop to the back and grab one. And as soon as I get back, it is psych time. Give me 1 second. All right, I'm back. Let's get this first crate up on the table. Oh yeah. Like I said, there's going to be some original stuff, a lot of reissues like on a Karma and Void and Rockadelic and all sorts of reissues from like the 90s and 2000s of like really rare records that are usually in like the, if not hundreds, thousands of dollar range. But these are cheaper reissues. I'm going to go ahead and get a couple auctions up on the table. Let's see. Let's go ahead and start it off with this. Excuse me. Almost out of breath. I don't know what's going on. The weather this last week has just like wrecked my sinuses. I've had some bad allergies and some kind of sinus thing going on since Tuesday. Still recovering, but here we are. I'm excited to sell some psych records. We have, you asked for it, there's the 13th Floor Elevators Flivver. This is live in San Francisco, 1966, and also live in Dallas, 1966. And there are no condition notes on this. We're going to go ahead and just start it for 20 bucks. We'll do a $20 start on this. There's the label. Extremely clean. Looks like it was never played. $20 start on the 13th Floor Elevators. Yeah, I will definitely like. I put a ton of notes on these. Like if it's a 2002 reissue or if it's a 1972 UK import. I put all sorts of notes on these things so that you guys will know exactly what you're looking at. Robert Warner's in on the 13th Floor Elevators at $22. Yeah, the pollen is killing me. I grew up with like really bad allergies, and I don't know, I haven't really been affected by them in the last like 10 or 15 years, but this year, for whatever reason, it got me good. Also got the original motion picture soundtrack to the classic Turn On, Tune In, Drop Out with Dr. Timothy Leary. Before you get too excited though, it does have heat damage. As you can see, it's unfortunate because this is not a very easy record to find, and it looks like if it hadn't gotten that heat damage, it would have been a really nice copy. But as it is, I'm going to start it at $1. It does affect playback. I tried to play it today, and it does affect the playback, unfortunately. But the cover's really nice. It is a very nice cover. I'm going to just go ahead and start. We'll call it the Timothy Leary or TL. Timothy Leary TL. $1 start on that if you just want it for the cover or just to have it. It is a pretty, it's a sought after and iconic record. Ray Road, if you want to bid on this, please put a oh, there you go. Thank you. So Ray Road is at $1 on Timothy Leary. And let's see, Ron Fuller's at $30 on the 13th Floor Elevators. Sandy Mile, this is like an unofficial live release. When did this come out? I had the note on it here. Let me see. It came out in 1988. It's an Italian import from 1988. The recording is from 66. It's live recordings from 1966. But I think, to my knowledge, this is the only time it's been on vinyl, at least as Flivver. It might have been, issued under a different name, like the same recordings or something like that, but this is a 1988 Italian import, and that is at $32 with Edwin Blom. All right, Ray Road is at $4 on Timothy Leary now. So we got 2 auctions up. Let's get right into the first crate of Psych. First, we've got Jody Grind, Far Canal. This is an Akarma reissue, $34.99. This is an incredible, like, psychedelic prog record. Tim Hinckley, he was like a session musician all over the place in the UK, and he actually lives in Nashville now. But this is a really good psychedelic prog record, a little bit heavy, very of its time. I think it was originally released in like 1970, maybe 70 or 70. I think it was 1970. Jody Grind, Far Canal. It's $34.99. This is one of my favorite albums ever. This is dark, round the edges. It's a sealed Akarma reissue, $49.99. Originals of those go for like at least $5,000, probably $10,000 or more dollars. They only made like 54 of them, or maybe it was 64. But this is, if you want like proto metal, this is Guitar Jam Central, like early 70s, just stoner rock jams. And I mean, they could play, the recording quality's like okay, the songwriting's okay, but the jams are just essential. It's a really fun listen. And we've got Dr. Z, Spiritus Man es et Umbra. Dr. Z, $29.99. That's a sealed Akarma reissue as well. And I think this was originally released on Vertigo. It's like one of the most rarest records on Vertigo. It's a prog record, and I think it goes for like 500 or more. So I think it has sold for 1,000 even, but this is $29.99 for Dr. Z. It's a prog record if anybody wants that. Dark is sold to Paul Stevens. Paul Stevens gets Dark. Ron Fuller, you were second. Let's see, we are at 35 on the 13th floor elevators with Ron Fuller. Edwin Blom, you're out. Let me know if you want back in. And Timothy Leary is at $5 with Bill Toe. Dan Jenkins, you were second. That's at $5 with Bill Toe. Whew. All right. And Edwin Blom's back in on the 13th floor elevators at 36. If you're just getting in, it's Timothy Leary. Turn on, tune in, drop out. Does have heat damage, and it does affect the playback, but the cover is really nice. We're selling it as is, auctioning it as is. We started at $1, and that is now at $5 with Bill Toe. Bill Toe has it for $5. Paul Oakley is going to get the Dr. Z, or I think they might call it Dr. Z, I'm not sure. But only thing left so far is Jody Grind, Far Canal. I give that record my blessing. It's great. Flood. This is Flood. The Rise of Flood. I knew it had a different name. Rise of Flood. This is I believe a Void. No. Is this unofficial? It is not. It's a 1995 European reissue. This was originally released in 1970. The originals go for over $1,000, like over $1,000. This is $44.99. No condition notes. It's a numbered edition out of 300. This is $265 out of 300. That's Flood. Then we've got Baubles, Volume 1, Down to Middle Earth. This is a really good psych comp, $24.99. This is from a 1988 UK comp. Got Meryl Fankhauser and HMS Bounty, The Sonics, Daily Flash Fever Tree, Ill Wind, The Lollipop Shop, Druids of Stonehenge, Salvation, more Druids of Stonehenge, Strawberry Alarm Clock, $24.99 for Baubles. That's a very nice compilation. Ron Fuller's out on the 13th floor elevators. Orlando Martinez was actually first to get a $38 bid on that. Edwin, you were second, so this is at $38 with Orlando Martinez. Sandy Mile, we're already at $5 on Timothy Leary. I just remembered someone asked about Hawkwind. I do have Hawkwind, and I'm going to put it up for auction at some point. I will put up the Hawkwind for auction, and Timothy Leary's at $6. George Sher is going to get the baubles. That is a very nice compilation. And we've got the Jelly Bean Bandits. This is a 180 gram reissue, sealed, $27.99. Jelly Bean Bandits. I think we're about to hit a patch of a bunch of mainstream records reissues. This is Ellie Pop. Ellie Pop is sealed for $24.99. That's a 180 gram reissue. We've got Josephus, the self-titled album. This is it not sealed? I didn't write sealed, but it is sealed. $34.99, $34.99, 180 gram reissue of Josephus, self-titled. We've got Lincoln Street Exit Drive It. This is also sealed for $29.99. It's a 2008 US 180 gram reissue. This is like psychedelic blues rocker kind of a thing. So, I mean, it's definitely got some like Hendrix inspired things going on. Cynthia Herndon's going to get that one. And if anyone else wants one, I've got an unofficial. It's in VG Plus condition for $19.99, but it is an unofficial, but I think it's kind of cool that they kind of turned it into like a white label promo mainstream records label. That is VG Plus for $19.99. Nick Orlando, actually, excuse me, Ron Fuller was first on Josephus. That is sold. And then, let's see, Edwin Blom's going to get the Lincoln Street Exit. That is sold to Edwin Blom. Where are we at on the auctions? Edwin Blom is at $39 on the 13th floor elevators, and Orlando Martinez is at $41. So Orlando Martinez has the 13th floor elevators for $41. And Timothy Leary is at $7. I'm going to say final call. That one's been up for a bit. Final call on Timothy Leary. That's at $7 with Bill Toe. Bill Toe has that for $7. Sandy Mile, you're out. Going to move that one along quickly. And we've got Nucleus. Nucleus is sealed, $24.99. That's a 2012 180 gram reissue. Another mainstream reissue. Nucleus. This is a really good record as well. Then Stone Circus. I'm trying to remember. I think this is a Canadian band. I might be wrong about that. I might be thinking of someone else, but this is sealed for $29.99, 180 gram reissue. I think originals of this go for like crazy money. Stone Circus, sealed $29.99. Beast. This is Beast, self-titled, I believe. It's a white label promo for $39.99. White label promo of Beast, no condition notes, $39.99. Very, very clean on the Cotillion label. Cynthia Herndon's going to get Stone Circus. Stone Circus is sold to Cynthia Herndon. Edwin Blom is going to get the white label promo of Beast. And Edwin's out on 13th floor elevators. Final call on the 13th floor elevators. It's at $41 with Orlando Martinez. Final call on that. Christopher B is at $10 on Timothy Leary. That's at $10. Sandy Mile, you're out. And someone else was bidding on that as well. Bill Toe, you're also out. This is at $10 with Christopher B. And Jackie Reynolds is at $45 on the 13th floor elevators. Nick Orlando, you were second to get that bid in. Back to the crate. Bliss, this is like San Francisco heavy psych kind of stuff. Yeah, I did listen to this, and it's very good. $49.99. It's a white vinyl reissue on the Void Records label. I like that label. Pretty cool. Yeah, very obscure. I think, I'm trying to remember. I don't think this is an archival release, but I think originals of this go for crazy money. This is $49.99. It's on white vinyl. Bliss, white vinyl, $49.99. Whew, this is a cooker too. After All, I think these guys were from Florida. This is like a prog mammoth, like US heavy prog, $79.99. I think they were from Florida. They were on the Athena label, which also had the Feminine Complex, if you're familiar with that album. But this is a sealed European reissue from 2000. It's sealed for $79.99. It's on it's on Virgin Vinyl, 180 gram on Comet Records, $79.99. And let's see, Tracy Soinger was first on Bliss. Holbrook CM was second, and John Gollin first on After All. That cover is just wild too. That's a crazy record cover. I love it. It looks, I don't know, it's something. Maybe inspired by the Butcher cover, who knows? But let's see, we're at 49 on the 13th floor elevators with Orlando Martinez, and Timothy Leary is at 13 with Christopher B. Cindy Miles, You're Out. So we're at 13 and now 49. Actually, I might have overlooked that. This is at 49 with Orlando Martinez. Back to the crate. Stone Harbor reemerges. You might know or be familiar with their first album. It's like a private press record just called Emerge by Stone Harbor. It's like a private press record that goes for well over $1,000, but this is it's like a re-recording, or it might be a live recording of their debut album. This was put out in 1999, and it's $22.99 for Stone Harbor Reemerges. Yeah, that debut they put out is very cool. I've seen 1 or 2 copies of it before, but it is scarce. Like, I think there's only maybe 100, maybe 200 of them out there. I think probably 100 or less, though. Private press, psych, very collectible. Nick Orlando's at 51 on the 13th floor elevators, and Timothy Leary's at 15 with Sandy Mile. All right, Soft Hearted Scientists. This is more modern. This is called Take Time to Wonder in a Whirling World. It's a sealed Spanish import from 2018, $24.99. I think this album originally came out in 2007, possibly, but this was the first and only time that it's been pressed on vinyl. I listened to a little bit of it streaming. Obviously, I can listen to this. It was sealed, but it's really good. Very good. Kind of more folky, like folk psych, but there is some fuzzy guitar stuff. It's $24.99. Interesting listen. Soft Hearted Scientists, sealed $24.99. Then we've got Strangers from a Strange Land. This is it's like a 1991 Australian import psychedelic punk compilation, and they only made 200 of these. This is $44.99. It's got some like really rare psych punk, like if you know, just like Psychedelic Garage, like the Nomads are on here, stuff like that. Great Bear, The Eruptions, Hypnotic Eye. That is sold to Cynthia Herndon. Very cool comp and very cool artwork. I like those like paste on covers like that. That's when you know it's homemade and limited. Let's see. Yeah, let me do a final call. Final call on Timothy Leary. Sandy Mile has this for 15. Final call. All right, Christopher B's at 16. This one is crawling. $1 at a time. We're at $16 with Christopher B. And Nick Orlando's back in on the 13th floor elevators at 55. All right, let's get back in the crate. White Summer. This is a 2004 Record Store Day reissue. It originally came out in 1976 as like a private press thing. I listened to this and it is really good. It's $24.99. I remember, okay, the shorter tracks are like okay, but the longer ones, especially like the Tank, I believe, Sail and the Tank, and then Omega at the end, those long tracks are really solid, really good guitar grooves on that. White Summer, $24.99. Oh yeah, Yesterday's Children, iconic, classic, early heavy psych, hard rock, garage psych. You might already know this one. It's $49.99. I believe this is sealed too. Yeah, I didn't write sealed, but it's an Akarma reissue. This is a 2001 Akarma 180 gram reissue. And it's $49.99 for Yesterday's Children. $49.99. Edwin Blom. It's going to take that. All right, final call on Timothy Leary at $20. Timothy Leary is at $20 with Belto. Final call on that. And 13th floor elevators is at 60 with Nick Orlando. Nick Orlando has that for 60. Actually, Nick, I think you might have outbid yourself. You had it for 55 and then he bid 60. So final call at 55. Nick Orlando, you still have that for 55. Um, Chat, your voice has changed. Yeah. No, this is Paul. I'm hosting the Psychedelic Sunday today, and this is kind of my forte, or my. I definitely don't know everything. I mean, there's so much stuff in here that was new to me. No matter how much you think you know about psych and private presses and folk and prog and all that, like it's a never-ending rabbit hole. There are so many deep cut records from that time period. I mean, yeah, I'm going to be the pilot today, though. I'm trying to educate and sell some. I don't know. Yeah, trying to educate you guys on some psych and also sell them to you. I've been looking forward to this like all day yesterday. I'm going to go ahead and sell this Timothy Leary. Timothy Leary is sold to Bill Toe for $20. I think that's a good deal. If this thing was like near mint, it'd be closer to $100 or more. Obviously, this one does have some damage, but the cover's really nice on it. I mean, you could even just frame that and put it up. Orlando Martinez is out on 13th floor elevators. It's at $60 with Jackie Reynolds. Let's go ahead and put something else up for auction. I don't know how any of this stuff's gonna go. I pulled stuff for auction that I think's cool. Like this Brain Ticket record. It's a krautrock record from 1971. This is a Italian import, though. It's an Italian import from 1971. I've graded it VG+. It's a VG+ copy. Brain Ticket, Cottonwood Hill. This is another classic krautrock record. This is good, and they've got another album called Psychonaut. It's fantastic as well, but Brain Ticket, Cottonwood Hill. There's the inside of the gatefold from 1971. Was this warning? Only listen once a day to this record. Your brain might be destroyed. Hallelujah Records takes no responsibility. Listen to the first recording of this LSD, hashish, fixie, jointy sound. Take a trip to your inner light. See the hallucinations of reality rise out of the groove. Join in. You've got the Brain Ticket now. Hallelujah. We're going to start this at $55. $55 start on Brain Ticket. It's a 1971 Italian import. The jacket's nice too, like the spine and everything. It's easily a VG+ cover, and the vinyl's also VG+. Brain Ticket, Cottonwood Hill. If you really want to like weird out your friends and neighbors, I would bid on that. That's at $55 with Fred Carnell. Nick Orlando is at $65 on the 13th floor elevators. Jackie Reynolds, you're out. That's at $65. So we've got Brain Ticket up for auction now. Fred Carnell has it for $55. Oh yeah, what is this? Meshes of the Afternoon. Meshes of the Afternoon. This is a rare hand-numbered psych record from 1992. It's $49.99 for Meshes of the Afternoon. Very rare on, what is that? Twisted Village Records. Looks very homemade to me, very private press looking. $49.99 for Meshes of the Afternoon. Ray Road, is it Belaphon? It's on Hallelujah. Hallelujah. This is an Italian import. It's not a German copy. Ryan Anderson has the high bid for $65. See right here, it says Milano. That's Milano, Italy. So this is on Hallelujah. It is not on Belaphon. Let's see. What is the catalog number on this? X606AIB or A1B. There you go. Found it, yeah. Cool, well, thank you, Ray. Or no problem. Fred Carnell's at 66. Jackie Reynolds is at 66 on the 13th floor elevator, so both auctions are currently at $66. Back to the crate. All right. Oh, yeah. Acid Mother's Temple. Acid Mother's Temple was man, I can't read it. New Geocentric World of Acid Mother's Temple. Yeah. This is from 2001. $49.99. If you know Acid Mother's Temple, these guys are pretty awesome. It's like noisy Droney Psych, Japanese. I was actually supposed to open for them, and then COVID happened and the show got canceled. But Acid Mother's Temple, $49.99. It's a double LP. These guys are awesome. $49.99 for Acid Mother's Temple. Brother JT, thank you, David. David, yeah. It doesn't say that on here anywhere. I don't even think it says on the label, does it? It just says JT. But yeah, Brother JT, Meshes of the Afternoon. That's $49.99. Thank you, David. 13th Floor Elevators is at $70 with Nick Orlando. And Ryan Anderson has Brain Ticket for $69. And Fred Carnell is going to get the Acid Mother's Temple. Yeah, Acid Mother's Temple is just fantastic. They're great. I don't know how many albums they've put out either. It's unbelievable. It's got to be up there with like Zappa at this point, the amount of releases they have. Or King Gizzard. No, King Gizzard doesn't have nearly as many releases as Acid Mother's Temple. Jeremy Dormouse, Toad. Let's see, this is originally, or it was originally issued in Canada in 1967. It's a rare acid folk record. I remember looking at, I can't remember if copies had sold ever or if the copies that had sold were like $1,000 or more. But this is a 2001 US copy on green marbled vinyl, and it's $24.99. It's very cool. Very cool. Jeremy Dormouse, the Toad recordings. It's also on Void Records. I did listen to this a bit yesterday because I was curious. I think I'd seen it, or maybe people have talked about it in the, in blogs and stuff. But that's sold to Edwin Blom. Very cool. Jeremy Dormouse sold to Edwin Blom. Slicker Van Slyke were second. Fred's gonna get Meshes. Yeah, I told you guys, like, these this is like deep cut psych. Very rare, obscure, like originally private press kind of stuff. But it's not just rare and obscure, it's also good. Like everything that I listened to yesterday, I was like, man, this is killer. Like the stuff I didn't know, stuff I did already know, I was listening to, I was like, yep, it's still great. Let's see, Jackie Reynolds is Out on the 13th Floor Elevators. There was so much great music happening all over the world. Like, I don't know, the Beatles came out and it kind of just changed everything. I really do think the Beatles and like combo of Beatles and Bob Dylan maybe just really opened things up for people. They were just doing their own thing all over the world, making fantastic music. Let's see. Enough ranting. 13th Floor Elevators is at 70 with Nick Orlando. Final Call. Really final call. I think that's been up for at least a half hour. That's at $70 with Nick Orlando. And Brain Ticket is at $69 with Ryan Anderson. Final call on that. Fred Carnell, let me know if you want back in. That is at $69 with Ryan Anderson. 69 with Ryan Anderson. Final call. VG Plus all around on that. Back to the crate. All right. Henry Tree, Electric Holy Man, another mainstream reissue. Sealed for $21.99. Henry Tree, Electric Holy Man, $21.99. Strobe Maya, this is a 1992 UK experimental psych record, $24.99. Strobe Maya, $24.99. Not sure about that one. I didn't listen to it, but it looks cool. It definitely looks the part. And anytime there's experimental and psych in the description, it's probably going to be good. I'm going to go ahead and wrap up these auctions. 13th Floor Elevators is sold to Jackie Reynolds. Sold to Jackie Reynolds. Excuse me. Not Jackie Reynolds. That's sold to Nick Orlando for $70. Sold to Nick Orlando for $70. And I did say final call. I just want to make sure the stream's working. Can I get some test comments? I know a lot of you guys have gone silent. I know I'm showing a bunch of weird stuff and you're probably like stunned in silence, don't know what to say. I just want to make, okay, cool. The feed is working. I just had to make sure. Brain Ticket is also sold. Brain Ticket is sold to Ryan Anderson for $69. Sold to Ryan Anderson for $69. And yep, that makes sense. Cool. Man, that's really... Brain Ticket's awesome. Brain Ticket is killer. And if you're not familiar with that record, I would recommend checking it out. And whether you like it or not, if you like it or not, like, this is not my thing, listen to their other album, Psychonaut. That album is really good too. It's I think maybe a little bit more song oriented. Cottonwood Hill's really out there. Man, let's see. Okay, I've got to put this up for sure. And yeah, this is a really good pairing here. Okay. Let's see. This is one I love this record. I have like an early reissue. I think I showed it on one of my collection videos I did a while back. But if you like Fleetwood Mac, and you like prog, and you like fuzzed out guitar, and you like beautiful harmonies like the ones on Rumors by Fleetwood Mac, you should be all over this record if you don't know it. This is such a good album. This might be one of the best Private Press records ever made. This is Anonymous, Inside the Shadow. So these guys were out of, like, I think Milwaukee or somewhere in Wisconsin. This is I don't know how to talk this up more. This is not an original though. Don't get like too excited. Originals go for well over $1,000. They've sold up for a couple thousand, but this album is so good. Anonymous, Inside the Shadow. It's a 1997 numbered edition. Where's the number? Right there. 44 out of 375. They only made 375 of these. It's numbered 44. I will say it does have a light dish. I tried to flatten it in our record flattener. It wouldn't quite come out, but I did test plane it. It doesn't affect the play at all. Does not affect the play at all. This is, I don't know. If you're watching, you're like, I don't know. Pull this thing up and listen to a little bit of it. It's kind of progressive. Like, there's weird time signatures. The vocals remind me of Fleetwood Mac, and then they rock out. There's like fiery guitar solos all over this thing. I'm going to stop yapping about it, and I'm just going to say, let's start this at $35. $35 start on Anonymous, Inside the Shadow. You need a copy of that in your collection, whether you know it or not. That is a ridiculously good album, and I can't believe it was just a Private Press. It should have been a massive record. I think that should have been a huge hit all over the world. It sounds really good. I'm going to stop talking and tell you about this one. The Plastic Cloud. Plastic Cloud, also not an original. Oh, Fred, you missed it. I had to sell the Brain Ticket to Ryan Anderson. He got it for $69. Chris, this should be on... Man. You know what? I don't think this is on Spotify, but it is on YouTube for sure. You heading out?
I am.
All right, see ya.
Bye.
Plastic Cloud. This is a Canadian psychedelic garage album. I'm sure Becca knows everything about this one. Very rare Canadian psych garage. People have been asking about this since we put it up in the hype thing, but it's a Void Records kind of like cloudy blue vinyl reissue. No condition notes on this at all. I'm gonna go ahead and start this out at, what did I start that at? 35? Let's start both of these at 35. It's another one. If you don't have any kind of copy to listen to, you should get a reissue or something. Some kind of way to listen to it. Originals of this, again, just like almost everything that I've shown so far, like originals of these records go for $1,000 plus. Excuse me, give me 1 second. Okay. Blue cover. This is an official reissue on OR Records. OR. This is a 1997 numbered reissue. And if you miss it, it does have a light dish to it. I tried to flatten it. It would not come out. But I also test played it, and it doesn't affect playback whatsoever. But everybody needs a copy of that album in their collection. This is at 42 with Robert Warner, and Tracy Soinger is at $40 on the Plastic Cloud. Those are the two auctions that are up now. Back to the crate. All right. The Heat Wave Honey Melon Teapot. The Heat Wave is $19.99. This is a 2005 Netherlands import, and it's Garage Psych. $19.99. A little bit more modern. $19.99. Heat Wave. I don't know. Definitely has the look. I should have probably listened to it. It's probably good. But the Heat Wave is $19.99. Ah, Brad Moore. What's up, man? Brad Moore is at $45 on Anonymous. And Plastic Cloud is at $40 with Tracy Soinger. I'm going to be surprised if that is all that it goes for. It's a really tough record to find. Even reissues are kind of hard to find now, but that's at $40 with Tracy Soinger. I think it's kind of fitting, too, that it's got like a cloudy blue kind of marble thing going on there. Suicidal Flowers, the final arrangements is $21.99. This is a 1994 UK import. Garage, Psych, Folk, Suicidal Flowers, the final arrangements in the memory of Brian Jones, $21.99. George Scherer is at $55 on Anonymous. I can't bless that album enough. It is so good. It's essential. It's an essential album. Let's see. Psychedelic Unknowns. That's it. Not Psychedelic Undergrounds, but Psychedelic Unknowns Volume 11. And Billy presented it. You know Billy. This is a 1997 unofficial comp, $24.99. This is killer, though. It's got a really good track list. I know you probably can't see because of the glare, but there's the Flower Traveling Band doing Satori right off the bat, and then Jake Holmes. Jake Holmes is the guy who originally wrote Dazed and Confused, Leaves Never Break, The Scoundrels, Children of the Mushroom, Iata's on here, more Children of the Mushroom, Flash is on here. Actually, no, sorry. That's the name of the track by Hamilton Streetcar, The Glass Family. American Zoo, $24.99 for that, and that is sold to Fred Carnell. Wise decision there. Paul Stevens is going to get Suicidal Flowers, and going twice, going three times on Anonymous, Inside the Shadow. This is at $55 with George Scherer, and Final Call on Plastic Cloud. Final Call on the Plastic Cloud, that's at $40 with Tracy Soinger. Orlando Martinez, you were second to the Psychedelic Unknowns, right behind Fred Carnell. Brad Moore back in on Anonymous at $60. I don't remember what this is. And I didn't even... Did I give myself a note? Okay, yeah, I did. The artist is Adam Exelzon with a Z, Axelzon. The album is called Eura, E-U-R-A. It's a 1993 Swedish import psych record, and it does have an insert, and it's numbered 155 out of 300. It's $49.99. No condition notes. Man, this collection, like everything is so clean. There's the insert. I think that's signed too. I didn't even realize that. I think that is autographed by the artist. Very cool. That is $49.99 for Adam Axelson. Adam Axelson. Yeah, David, this is like, I don't think I would even let Chad do this show. This is the one that I want to do like every single day of my life. I love going through psych records. George Scherer is at $45 on Plastic Clouds. And Brad Moore still has the high bid on Anonymous at $60. So that's at $60 with Brad Moore going twice, going three times. Yeah, going twice, going three times on both auctions. All right, 45 and 60. George Scherer's right back in at 65 on Anonymous. Seriously, if you guys take nothing else from this entire show today, listen to this album, Anonymous, Inside the Shadow. Listen to that album any way you can, YouTube or whatever. Fantastic. Speaking of really exceptionally rare records, Haymarket Square, Magic Lantern. This is a 1998 European import reissue, $34.99. It's weird. It's a European reissue, but it does say made in the USA on the bottom corner. I don't know. But at least on Discogs, it came up as a European reissue. Osmos Productions. Chicago band. I think they only made like 100 or less copies. The last place I worked at, we actually had an original copy of this, and we sold it on eBay for like $5,000 or something like that. This is $34.99 for Haymarket Square Magic Lantern. Definitely like cream influence, cream and maybe the Yardbirds, stuff like that. I don't know. It's very good. Magic Lantern, Haymarket Square. There's definitely a reason that people spend thousands of dollars on originals of that. And then if anyone wants the second copy, I do have another copy. This first one is sold to Cynthia Herndon. If anyone wants this one, this is a Void reissue from 2009. Void Records reissue. It's an EX condition, but this one's $27.99. Ron Fuller, if you're good with that. EX, it just has like a paper scuff, really. There aren't any scratches. It just doesn't look perfect, you know. It should play completely fine. $27.99 EX. Ron Fuller, let me know if you're good with this copy. If not, looks like Edwin Blom might want the other one. So first one goes to Cynthia Herndon, and the second one might be going to Ron Fuller. Anonymous is at 70 with George Scher. Brad Moore, you're out. This is at 70. And Plastic Cloud is at 60 with George Scher. So George Scher has both. Cynthia Herndon said EU or Euro. Okay, yeah, you got the Euro import. Cynthia, you got that first one that I showed, and Ron Fuller is good with the EX copy. So those are both sold. Marianne's at 73 on Anonymous. Inside the Shadow, that's at $73. Tracy Soinger's out on Plastic Cloud, excuse me. So that is at 60 with George Scher. We're going to do a final call on that. Final call on Plastic Cloud at $60. Blue vinyl. Yeah, Cynthia, I grabbed you that first one. Yeah, Cynthia, I got you the first one with no condition notes, $34.99. That is sold to you, Cynthia. And then the second copy that I had two copies, but the second one went to Ron Fuller. Brad Moore's out on Anonymous. George Scher's at 75 now. Marianne, you're out. I'm going to go, I don't know if I said going twice or three times, but this is a real final call on Plastic Cloud. Real final call at 60 with George Scher. Final call. Oh, you want both? Well, Ron, I'm sorry, but Cynthia did have dibs. She did have dibs, so Cynthia's going to get both of those. Sorry about that, guys, but wait. And then he said no. Oh, do you want this one? Cynthia, did you want this record? See, do you want one copy of do you want the first copy of Haymarket Square? Okay, you want this? I'm sorry, Cynthia. I got you. I misunderstood. Sorry about that. All right, so this is sold to Cynthia. All right, now we're back on track. So Ron Fuller, you did get that second one. All right, cool. Plastic Cloud is sold. Plastic Cloud is sold to somebody for $60. George Scher gets Plastic Cloud for 60. That is sold for 60. Ron, you did get that second copy of Haymarket Square. And Marianne is at $80 on Anonymous. $80 is the high bid on Anonymous. Excuse me, Paul Oakley was first to get an $80 bid. Marianne, you were second. So this is at 80 with Paul Oakley. George Scher, you're out. Marianne, you're out. That's at 80 with Paul Oakley. Now George Scher's at 85. Okay. Let's put up another beast. This is a really tough record to find. It was originally recorded, allegedly, in the late 60s, early 70s, but it wasn't actually put out on vinyl or any kind of format until 1994. Someone commented about it when we started the stream because they saw a peek. They saw what it was. This is, I know it came out in like 94, which is a weird time for records, but this is just a rare one. Bulbous Creation. This is the first time it was released on vinyl in 1994. There's none for sale in the United States. And the cheapest available is $271, but it's in Italy. This is near mint all around. I mean, well, I can't say all around. This does have a little bit of wear up here, but everything else about this cover looks great. And the vinyl on Rockadelic Records looks very, very clean as well. Very, very nice. I test played it. It's great. This is not a cheap album, though. It's going to have to be a $225 start. Yeah, You Won't Remember Dying. That is the name of the album. It's like heavy psych, just late 60s, early 70s rock. Really good. Bulbous Creation. That's on a lot of people's like grail list, even though it was not released till 94. This is a really tough one to get. 1994. It's a $225 start. $225 start on Bulbous Creation. It has sold for, I think the highest one that I saw in there was close to 500. 225 is the starting bid on Bulbous Creation. Back to the bin, but let me see. Paul Oakley's at $90 on Anonymous. That is the high bid. George Harris said they're out. It's at $90 with Paul Oakley. All right, back to the bin. Color Haze Temple. Color Haze Temple. $39.99. It's a 2006 German import stoner rock album. $39.99 for Color Haze Temple. Man, what was this called? It's like right here, I think. La Stelle di Mario Schifano. Yep, that's what it's called. And this is a 1999 A Karma reissue, originally released in Italy in 1967. Psych, acid rock, rarity, $29.99. I think the originals of this go for, it's another, like, if you find an original, it goes for thousands of dollars. $29.99. Acid rock, Psych from France in 1967. $29.99 for that. Final Call on Anonymous. Final Call, that's at $90 with Paul Oakley. Who else was bidding on this? Brad Moore. Oh, you already said out. All right, yeah. Very Final Call on Anonymous. That's at $90 with Paul Oakley. And going twice, going 3 times to get a bid in on Bulbous Creation before I make it a buy now. That is we're looking for a $225 start on that. CHT. Color Haze Temple is sold to Orlando Martinez. Orlando Martinez gets that. Right, yeah, that Bulbous Creation album is great. Someone should get it. And Marianne is in. Marianne's also in on Anonymous. Now Paul Oakley's back in. This is at $95 with Paul Oakley, and Marianne has a $225 bid on Bulbous Creation. That's at $225. Back to the bin. Or actually, John Gollin, I hope I'm saying that right, wants the acid rock. That is this French album right here. Ryan Anderson is at $230 on Bulbous Creation. Marianne, you're out. Phantom's Divine Comedy, Part 1. Phantom's Divine Comedy. This is an unofficial release. It's an unofficial reissue, and it does have a bit of cover damage. Does have a bit of cover damage here on the front and back. No condition notes on the vinyl, though. $14.99 is $14.99 for Phantom's Divine Comedy. $14.99. What is this? Juan de la Cruz, Shake Your Brains. This is a 1996 Swedish import, unofficial. I can't remember where these guys are from. It's a like unofficial reissue of a album that came out in the early 70s, I believe. It's like kind of bluesy, hard psych rock kind of stuff. $29.99. $29.99 on Juan de la Cruz. And Marianne's back in on Bulbous Creation at 250. Ryan Anderson, you're out. Gotta move that into slot number 1. It's at 250 with Ryan, or excuse me, 250 with Marianne. And Anonymous. Oh, sorry, I was about to pull that. I just saw the other bid. Paul Oakley's at 95. Marianne, let me know if you want back in. I guess I just swapped them around, but this is at 95 with Paul Oakley. Marianne, let me know if you want back in on Anonymous as well. Okay, I've got a bunch of copies of these. I'm going to show the best ones first. I recommend everyone get a copy of this. This is Drywater Southpaw. Drywater Southpaw. It's a reissue. This is a void reissue. These are all numbered, and I've got them in order of like the lowest number to the highest. So first person to claim it gets the lowest number. It's $24.99. If you're familiar with this at all, let's see, they recorded it in North Carolina. They were a North Carolina band. It's like early 70s, maybe mid 70s, hard rock, kind of southern rock as well. But like, there's some fantastic guitar playing on this. Originals, I think they made 500 copies, but the band hated it, so they destroyed a ton of them. A ton of these things got destroyed, so there's like very few, and now the originals go for like, I think $500 or more. I recommend everyone pick one of these up. It's a cheap rate. I mean, $24.99. You can't go wrong. Cannot go wrong. It's a good listen. I listened to it on the way home from work last night, actually. Let's see. First to get one was Marianne. Marianne gets Drywater. Ron Fuller gets Drywater. Holbrook CM gets Drywater. Edwin Blom gets Drywater. Halloween, no, these are from Void Records from, I should have put the date on it, but it's from 1997. It's a 1997 reissue. 1997. And then let's see, Jackie Reynolds wants one. And George Scher wants one. Those are the cleanest copies that I've got right now. And then I've got 3 more. The condition on the vinyl is exactly the same on these, but they all have a bit of cover damage. Just a little bit of cover damage, but the records themselves are in good shape. And these are going to be $19.99. If anyone else wants any of those, $19.99 for these Drywater records. Let's see, Paul Oakley. If you're good with a 1999 one that has a bit of cover damage, a little bit of moisture, that's $19.99. If you're good with that, I will sell that one to you. And then I've got 2 more. Got 2 more if anyone wants these. If you like early 70s hard rock, like southern rock, you should pick one up. I don't know what else to say. It's a very good album. Let's see, Tracy Soinger is at $265 on Bulbous Creation. Tracy Soinger has Bulbous Creation for $265. Marianne, let me know if you want back in or out. Ryan, thank you for letting me know that you're out. And I think it's probably time to sell Anonymous. This is at $96 with Marianne. Final call, $96 with Marianne. Marianne's back in on Bulbous Creation at $270. Paul said he's good with that Drywater. And let's see, Leslie and Gary Sylvie's going to get that one. And Rachel Crosted's going to get that. So we sold all copies of Drywater. Those are all dried up. Thank you, guys. Tracy Songer is now at $280 on Bulbous Creation. Marianne is out. And Marianne's back in on Anonymous at $100. Had a battle for this. This is a great album, too. Yeah, Drywater is great. It is on Spotify and, like, I think streaming services and all that, but it's very good. Paul Oakley's out on Anonymous. Final call on Anonymous. That's at $100 with Marianne. Final call on that. And Marianne also has the high bid on Bulbous Creation. That has hit $300. Tracy Swinger, you are out. It's at $300. All right. Let me recap what's left in here. You guys cleaned a bunch of that out. And like everything in this collection, I would recommend checking out. Or just if you think the cover looks cool. This one, especially, someone needs to grab that. Don't make me buy it. Jody Grind, Far Canal. This is a really good record. Far Canal by Jody Grind. It is a reissue. $34.99. $34.99 for Jody Grind. Tracy Swinger's at $305 on Bulbous Creation. I'm going to go ahead and sell Anonymous to Marianne for $100. Anonymous is sold for $100. That is sold. Let's see. Ron Fuller. That's the wrong record. Ron Fuller, you get Grind. Very wise decision. All right. This one, I don't know if anyone even knows what it is, but I'm going to put it up anyway. It's very rare. It's like, yeah, it's a private press record that was recorded in Jacksonville, Florida, I believe. I think that's right. Somewhere in Florida. Recorded in Jacksonville, and then I think it was mastered in Nashville, actually. But it's this Jed Merlin song. It's like a... It's not psychedelic. It's medieval folk. It's a private press, but definitely has like that late 60s, early 70s, like British folk kind of sound to it. It sounds very faithful to that type of sound. And this is a sealed copy from 1983. Very rare private press. It's highly regarded, sealed. And I have no choice but to start it at $275. This is like, if you like traditional folk kind of stuff, then you gotta, I don't know, I would at least try it out. It's also never been reissued. This is the only time it's ever been on vinyl. We're looking for a $275 start on Jed. Very rare, very good. I was listening to it earlier when I was getting lunch just to check it out, because I had a copy of this at another place I worked when I was, it sold like the second day we had it. The right person came in, knew what it was, and bought it immediately. I think it was more than what I had this starting at. I'm looking for a $275 start on this. And Bulbous Creation is at $315 with Tracy Swinger. Devin, we are sold out of Drywater. It's Drywater is like a North Carolina hard rock, like early 70s hard rock, southern rock kind of album. That was a reissue, but it's very it's worth investigation. If you like early 70s hard rock, early to mid 70s, it's very, very good. Marianne's at $320 on Bulbous Creation. Still have Flood, The Rise of Flood, that's still available. The Jelly Bean Bandits, sealed. Ellie Pop, sealed. Nucleus, this is a really good album, sealed. I recommend that for sure. Stone Harbor reemerges. Soft-hearted scientists take time to wonder in a whirling world. Kind of psych folk. That is more contemporary. Still very good though. They do it justice. White Summer. I also recommend this. I don't think every track on here is great, but there's some tracks on here that really make up for it. Like, it's $24.99. I recommend checking it out. Paul Oakley's going to get Stone Harbor. Wise decision. Stone Harbor is sold to Paul Oakley. Tracy Swinger's out on Bulbous Creation, so final call on that for $320. Indian Summer. Do we have Indian Summer? Indian Summer's great, Ron. That it's like British prog. Man, that album's so good. I'm looking for a copy of that. I've had one or two slip by me over the years, and I've regretted not buying that. Man, Brad, yeah. If you can find an original, it's a tough one to find. It's a really good record, though. Very, very good. I'm going to say final call to get a bid on Jed. I at least wanted to show this so you guys would know we have it. if it doesn't get a bid or any kind of interest, I'll probably put it on Discogs because it's like really sought after, really sought after. But if you want to get a bid in at $275, now's the time before I make it a buy it now. And I think I'm going to go ahead and sell Bulbous Creation. I think it was just down to Marianne and Tracy Swinger. And Marianne is going to get that for $320. I figured it would sell for somewhere in that range. I thought that would happen because I know that people actually know what this is. People know what Bulbous Creation is. It's such a wicked looking cover, dude. That cover is so awesome, but that's a grail piece right there. Congratulations on that, Marianne. Congrats, it's great. And let me just flip through the rest of this crate one more time, and then I'll get some auctions going. Henry Tree Electric Holy Man, still available. Strobe, Maya. Whoop. Pick that one up right. There we go. The Heat Wave Honey Melon Teapot. Honey Melon Teapot. And we've got Phantom's Divine Comedy. Cool record there. Very weird, but cool also. Juan de la Cruz, Shake Your Brains. That is what we've got. That's what we've got left. Let's see. Man, you guys really put a dent in that thing. There's not much left. And that is what I hoped for and expected from this batch of stuff. Marianne, the title of this Jet album is Merlin's Song. Merlin's Song. Private Press Folk from 1983. And this is a sealed copy. It's sealed. It's sold. It has sold for way more than that. But I would rather sell it to you guys for like $275 or more. Or more. If you guys want to get a bid in. I know it's obscure, but there are people that, like, if you're into folk and obscure folk and stuff like that, that's a grail piece for people. All right, let me get this back up there. Gong, yeah. Stephen Hillage, incredible guitar player, and David Allen. All that, man, I love Gong. Angel's Egg. I think my favorite album of theirs is probably You. Out of that trilogy, especially, man, You is so good. What's that song called? It's escaping my mind, but Gong's incredible. All right. If anyone wants Jed Merlin's Song, it's a $275 buy it now. $275 buy it now if you want to get a rare private press slice of folk out of Jacksonville, Florida. $275 buy it now. I'm going to set this over here in case anybody wants it for the rest of the sale. It's going to be very close to me. Okay. I think it's time to put this up. Maybe something a little bit more familiar. Let's see. All right. Set this over here. Where are my notes? Oh, okay, they're over here. Cool. Just making sure I've got them. How about a copy of Hawkwind, Hall of the Mountain Grill? Oh yeah, before I show it though, it does have a little bit of a split here towards the mouth of the top seam, but it does have the original inner sleeve. Jacket presents nicely as well. Set that there, and this is a 1974 US press. It is a US copy, and it's an EX condition. There should be absolutely no... this should play back really well. Hall of the Mountain Grill, EX condition with the original inner sleeve. Let's just do a $25 start. About a $25 start on Hawkwind. $25 start. That's a killer record. This is one of the ones with Lemmy as well. right? Yeah, this has to be during the Lemmy era. Yeah, Lemmy bass vocals, rhythm and lead guitar on Lost Johnny. $25 start on Hawkwind. EX condition. And while that is going, we'll put up something weird. We will put up something weird. This is, I think I mentioned Pecora's Masterpieces earlier. Pecora's Masterpieces. This is definitely on his list. This is Michael James, Runaway World. Michael James, Runaway World. I mean, if this doesn't say Private Press to you with a cover like that, I don't know what, I mean, this is like the epitome of a Private Press record. And this is sealed. Well, I should say it does have a little breach right here in the corner. I know this is definitely it's definitely not a reissue. This is an original for sure from 1976. Is that when this came out? I don't even know where I put my notes. I don't even think I had notes. Did I have notes? Where? You know, I'm like pretty certain this came out in 1976, but this is sealed, and I'm looking for a. Where did all my notes go? Oh, 1978. 1978, not 76. It's like an outsider, loner, psychedelic, folk. Man, it's a weird, strange record, but also fantastic. It's a really good. I do have a copy of this. If you're a psych collector and you like weird, obscure stuff, this is definitely one that you should go for. Copies have sold for like $300. I'm gonna start this at $95. Gonna look for a $95 start on Michael James, Runaway World, and I'm surprised we haven't gotten a bid on Hawkwind. We're looking for a $25 start on Hawkwind Hall of the Mountain Grill. $25 start. Kathy, no zombies. I think Hawkwind might be one of the most, that's probably like one of the only things that almost everyone will know, or most people will know from today's sale. There's maybe a little bit of familiar stuff, but yeah, no zombies. I haven't seen any zombies in the collection yet, but I would be surprised if there's not. There's like 133 tubs, and they're just littered with psych records, and there's definitely some tubs I haven't seen yet. But let's get right into the crate. Buy it now. Sticker price stuff. First time I've shown any of this. This is Prey Kraut Pandemonium. And this is a 1998 German import unofficial. It is a compilation, $24.99. Who's on this? The Chattels, the Hi-Fis, the Strings, Fox and Company, the Donkeys, Beat Band G, 66, $24.99. This is probably like Psych, Garage type stuff, $24.99 for that. Brad Moore is in on Hawkwind at $25. I'm looking for a $95 start on the sealed copy of Michael James' Runaway World. Next in the crate, Incredible Sound Show Stories, Crimson Valley Creatures in Your Zoo. This is a Psych comp from 1999, $39.99. Some very deep cut stuff, really well curated, $39.99. And this is actually official. This is an official release, from 1999, but this is $39.99. And I think this is, number 11. This is number 11 in the series, $39.99. Yeah, this is all New Orleans, nothing but psych, prog, private press, weirdo stuff. Music for freaks. that's what we're selling today. Let's say final call on Hawkwind. Final call on Hawkwind. That's at $25 with Brad Moore. Final call to get a $95 bid in on Michael James, Runaway World. Next in the crate is Sweet Tooth Testing. It's a 1996 red vinyl reissued, $44.99. Originals of this go for like $400 or $500 as well. It's originally a private press record. This is on red vinyl for $44.99. I've got another copy also on red vinyl for $44.99. Sweet Tooth Testing. Psych from like what, early mid-70s? Mid-70s, I think? Oh yeah, creation of all these works was completed in 1975, and it is numbered 51 of 400, and the other one is number 90. I should have reversed those so that the first person to claim it gets the lower number. Luke, this is an original from 1978. This is a 1978 Michael James Runaway World, sealed, and that's now a $95 buy it now. $95 buy it now on Michael James Runaway World. $95 buy it now if anybody wants that. I recommend that somebody pick that up. That is a really tough record to get. Really tough psych record. If you like the weird outsider, private press, psych kind of stuff, yeah, there you go. I knew someone would have to get that record. Someone's going to have to get it. And Brad Moore's going to get Hawkwind for $25. And I also have this. If anyone wants this copy of Hall of the Mountain Girl, this is also a 74 US. It's VG Plus. If anyone wants this for $25, go for it. If anyone wants that for $25. Weird Al. There might be some Weird Al back there, but everything I'm doing today is psych, folk, prog, acid rock. It's very themed. It's a very themed sale today. This is sold to Luke Mitchell for $95. Sold to Luke Mitchell for $95. That's a great pickup. And Paul Ugly is going to get Hawkwind. That is sold. And this is going to be sold to Orlando Martinez. Thank you. All right. Got to get more auctions up, right? Okay. Let's see. Let's do another cheap one. It's another one I didn't know what to do with. Polka Days, yeah. Let's see. This is Psych Out. I don't know why I showed the label before the record. Psych Out soundtrack with a Strawberry Alarm Clock, the storybook, Bonesy Crike. I don't know if I'm saying that. Maybe it's Creek. That's probably a 60s way to spell Creek, right? And the Seeds. Psych Out. Very fun movie. The vinyl, unfortunately, is like probably a G. It is on the Sidewalk label. Which put out some really killer stuff. This is, the record's a little bit beat, and the bottom seam is split. The top seam is fine, and the spine is all right. The front looks all right. Back looks all right. It's a very low-grade copy of Psych Out. Let's just start it for $1. Start Psych Out for $1. Brad Moore, you did get that copy of Hawkwind. If anyone wants the Psych Out soundtrack, it is a $1 starting bid on the auction. I put away my notes. Yeah, I know it is unfortunate that it's in rough shape, but there might be a nice copy back there. I don't know. There were 13,000 records in this collection, and there's probably about 8,000 of them that I haven't even seen yet. At least I don't think there's any way I've seen 5,000 of them. There are so many to go through. Morgan, Steve Morgan of Morgan & Morgan. No, I'm just kidding. This is Morgan. This is an incredible heavy psych record. This obviously 180 gram. It is a reissue. This is essential if you like psych. Of Dreams, Eternity in Between, Purple. This whole record is so good. This is a sealed 2007 copy, I believe. let's start this for $30. You need this record. I know this is maybe one of the more widely known, like heavy psych or kind of lost psych records from the U.S., but $30 start. This is a sealed reissue, Ron. It is sealed, but it's from 2007. There are so many reissues in here from like the 90s and 2000s that are still sealed. It's super cool. Super cool. And yeah, the back cover is very cool as well. Man, this album's good. That is at $35 with Tracy Soinger. Slicker Van Slyke. Yeah, Psych Out is in rough shape. And yeah, if you want to get that $10 bid in, that's cool. Going once, going twice, that's at 10 with Slicker Van Slyke. It's really just kind of like this will be a placeholder kind of copy. That you have that for 10 right now. Morgan is at 36. Back to the crate. All right. I did show Sweet Tooth. No one wants Sweet Tooth testing. All right. How about Brush? This is a Japanese psych record from 1971, but this is a 2004 German reissue, but it is sealed. Like I said, there's a bunch of sealed reissues, and this is $69.99. These are really tough. Even these reissues are hard to find, especially because of the time period that they were making these. It's $69.99 sealed. Japanese psych. I think a lot of the members of this band ended up forming the band Flight Egg, if you're familiar with that one. It's like Japanese prog, space rock. Flight Egg's awesome too, but this is pretty much the band before Flight Egg that turned into Flight Egg, if that makes any sense at all. I don't know. But Tracy Soinger's at 38 on the sealed Morgan. Fred Carnell, you're out. And final call on Psych Out as well. Psych Out's at 10 with Slicker Van Slyke. That's a final call. Polyphene Langt Ud Skoven. I hope I'm saying that fairly correctly. I don't know. I really don't know. Polyphene. It was recorded in 1972, and I'm trying to remember where. Across the pond somewhere, but this was released in 2001. $34.99. $34.99 for Polyphene. It's psych for sure, or maybe even prog. Very obscure. The cover should sell it. The font in the cover, $34.99 on that. Larry Drish, the Psych Out is like probably a G all around, like the cover and the vinyl, probably a G. It's a low grade copy. It would just kind of serve as a placeholder, but this is on I think I already said final call, but I'll give you like 30 seconds if you want to get a bid in. It's at $10 with Slicker Van Slyke. I'll give you just a little bit of time. Brett, yeah, all this stuff came from one person's collection. We've been pricing out a bunch of his other stuff, but I've been kind of like gathering all the psych stuff for shows like this. I'm going to be doing this every Sunday, probably for months. I mean, there are thousands of psych records in this guy's collection. A lot of reissues, of course, but there's a lot of original stuff too. And I'm going to get more into that a little bit later. Those kind of take a little bit more time to like clean them and research and all that, but it's incredible. It's probably my favorite collection that I've ever seen and gone out and bought. It's just like right up my alley. All this deep dive, obscure psych stuff. I love it. Fred Carnell's at 45. Actually, Tracy Soinger's at 47 on Morgan. And I'm going to go ahead and sell the Psych Out soundtrack. Psych Out is sold to Slicker Van Slyke for $10. Very cool. I wish that was in better shape. That's a really fun movie too. If you haven't seen, I'm pretty sure I'm thinking of the right. I think Jack Nicholson is actually in that movie as well. Very early Jack Nicholson, and maybe what's his name? Not Dennis Hopper. I'm blanking on his name. I don't think it would say on the cover of the soundtrack, would it? I don't know. I'm just gonna stop talking about it and put up another record. Fred, let me know if you want back in or if you're out on Morgan. That's at 47 with Tracy Swinger. Oh, yeah, this album's great. And you're probably going to be like, what the heck are you doing showing this person's record on Psychedelic Psunday? Well, it's a psychedelic record. That is why. This is Del Shannon, The Further Adventures of Charles Westover. Man, this record is excellent. This is such a good album. I Think I Love You is really good. A lot of there's sitar and great stuff. Gemini, I believe, was actually kind of a minor hit. This album is fantastic, and it's really tough to find. This is a really hard record to get. The bottom seam does have some splitting, and the top seam has some tape up here and a bit of splitting as well. Spine is nice, though, except maybe some crackling going on down here. So the jacket is Bruce Dern. Thank you, Larry. Bruce Dern was the guy I was trying to think of. I don't know why I always put Bruce Dern and Dennis Hopper together in my mind, but The Further Adventures of Charles Westover. This disc is definitely VG+. It is a nice disc. Jacket's probably a G on the jacket, VG+ on the vinyl. Like I said, this is a tough record to find. It's highly sought after. It is Del Shannon. The Further Adventures of Charles Westover. Del Shannon goes psych. Looking for a $55 start. $55 start on Del Shannon. I'm going to mute my mic and get a little bit of water. Give me 1 second. Okay, I'm back. Had to get something to help my throat a little bit. This pollen and everything is killing me. Let's see where we at. Fred, let me know if you want back in or out, or if you're out on Morgan. That's at 52. And looking for a $55 start on Del Shannon. I know the jacket's a bit rough, but the vinyl looks like it should play totally fine. It's a $55 start, VG+ disc. The Third Power, this is a Karma reissue, 180 gram. It's sealed, $36.99. The Third Power, Believe. Very cool. Michigan band, I believe. Maybe I'm wrong. I don't know. I don't know why I'm thinking the Third Power's from Detroit. Thought they might have been contemporaries with the Stooges and MC5 and stuff like that, but that's sealed for $36.99. Morgan's at 55 with Fred Carnell. Going twice, going 3 times to get a $55 bid on Del Shannon. Actually, Tracy Swinger's in on it now. That's at 55 with Tracy Swinger. And Tracy's at 60 on Morgan. Yeah, hard rock trio for sure. The this album does rock. This is a really good record. Doesn't matter where they're from, it's just good music. And that is sealed for $36.99. Osric, or maybe it's Osric Tentacles, Pungent Effulgent, $29.99. This is a 1991 UK import. This is kind of space rock, probably influenced by Gong quite a bit. $29.99 for Osric Tentacles. Morning Dew, another fantastic record, very rare. This is a sealed 2002 US reissue, $74.99. This is $74.99 for Morning Dew. This is a, when did this, yeah, 2002. It's really tough to find an original. Reissues are even getting hard to find. This is $74.99. And Fred Carnell is going to get the Osric Tentacles, and John Gollin's going to get Morning Dew. Very nice pickup. Any copy of that, I don't know, you just got to have it. That's such a tough record to get, and so good. Going twice, going 3 times on Del Shannon. Tracy Swinger has Del Shannon for 55, and Fred Carnell's the high bidder on Morgan at 61. Orange Sunshine. This is $44.99. It's a 2006 Netherlands import. stoner rock album, $44.99 for Orange Sunshine. Orange Sunshine. The super fine Dandelion, this is like Pop Psych, Sunshine Pop, $24.99, sealed, 180 gram reissue. Sealed for $24.99. The super fine Dandelion. Fred Carnell's going to get the Orange Sunshine. Tracy Swinger, you were second to Sunshine. Bill Lindsay, you were third. We've got, oh man, yeah, this record is wild. Oliver Standing Stone. It's $99.99. It's a 1992 UK numbered 46 of 500. It is a reissue. Man, I wish, when did this come out? Like 74, 75? This is a wild record. It's very bluesy, but it is so whacked out. And I can't remember where these guys are from, but this record is just bonkers, and it's great. If you like weird, like acid blues rock, but also like it's very acoustic, but the vocals are just crazy. I don't know how to describe this one. It's a really odd record, but well worth investigation. It's $99.99. $99.99 for Oliver Standing Stone. And I think originals of this, when I looked it up, I think they go for like thousands of dollars. Thousands. $99.99 on Oliver Standing Stone. Jackie Reynolds is going to get the third Power. Very nice pickup. Let's see. Who else was bidding on Morgan? Tracy Swinger, let me know if you are in or out on this. Fred Carnell has Morgan for $61. Fred Carnell has that for $61. And I don't know if I said final call or not. I'm not going to give it much longer, but this is at $55 with Tracy Swinger. Final call on Del Shannon. Tracy's back in on Morgan at $63. Just showed that. Nosferatu. This is an unofficial $39.99. Nosferatu, if you know this record, great krautrock record. Nosferatu and originals of this also go for over $1,000. Nosferatu, hard rock, krautrock, $39.99. Very good album. It's a good cheap way or cheap alternative to at least have a copy to listen to. Psychedelic Underground, Mystic Dream. This is a 1992 German import copy. It's on like crazy splatter vinyl. Yeah, super cool looking. And it's also numbered out of 200, number 118 out of 200. It's a one-man band. One guy doing psych, I guess sort of like Anton Newton from Brian Jonestown Massacre, how he just kind of played everything and record. This is what that's reminding me of. Very reminiscent of that. $69.99 for Psychedelic Underground Mystic Dream. Very tough record to get. That's sold to Orlando Martinez, and Brad Moore is going to get Nosferatu. Nosferatu is sold to Brad Moore. That is an excellent pickup. That's a killer record. Del Shannon is sold to Tracy Swinger for $55. Oh, I just said that, and I just saw Larry Drish. Can I give it like five? Let me show Larry what's going on with it. The bottom seam here is mostly split, about 2/3 of the way. The top seam has some tape here and a bit of a split going on here, but the vinyl is VG Plus, and this is an original from, was it 68? 1968 US original, VG Plus on the vinyl on Liberty. And I'll give you like 20 seconds. Just let me know if you want to pass or not. I said so. I think your comment might have been on the screen before I said sold. I wasn't really looking at it, but I'll give you just a second if you want to get a bid. That's at 55 with Tracy. Brad, yeah, I don't know if we're ever gonna find one of those, especially in the U.S. for like under $1,000. Probably not gonna happen. Probably not gonna happen. This is Julian's Treatment. Man, I cannot talk. A Time Before This, obviously in a Karma reissue. It's a UK prog record from like, I want to say 1970 maybe, 72. This is sealed. It's a sealed 2002 a Karma reissue for $39.99. It's prog it's not like heavy prog. This is like pretty soft, soft prog, kind of almost folky. It's very British, very good listen. I do wish that they had stuck with the, they did release this album in the US at the time as well. And the cover on the US edition is like so good. I wish they'd used the US cover. This is cool, but if you see the American cover for this album, you'll see what I mean. But this is $39.99. It was like, all right, thanks for letting me know, Ryan. But this is sold to Tracy Soinger for $55. That is sold to Tracy for $55. What happened to Morgan? Morgan is at $63 with Tracy Soinger. Fred Carnell, let me know. Let me know if you want back in on this. That's at $63 with Tracy. And Freddie, we're second on the Psychedelic Underground album. We're second on that. Egypt. I'll keep an eye out. I haven't seen anything by a band called Egypt yet. Slicker Van Slyke is going to get Julian's Treatment. That is sold to Slicker Van Slyke. And I'm getting low on auctions, actually. I might, at some point, it might just be me going through these crates. I know these are going really slow, but I feel like there's a lot of explaining to do on like all of these records because they're so weird and out there and obscure. I know I'm having to explain a lot of this stuff, and I know this is like a very slow moving paced kind of show, but that's what happens when you have records like this. All right. Oh, I didn't even show this. All right. Hourglass. Dwayne Allman. Hourglass, Power of Love. Greg, yep. I shouldn't just say Dwayne. Greg Allman also in here. Dwayne Allman, Johnny Sandlin, Paul Hornsby, Jesse Carr, Greg Allman, Hourglass, Power of Love. This is an original from 1968. The vinyl, it is on Liberty, and it is in VG condition. It's just got a couple marks that I think are going to pop. I don't see anything that should make it skip. Side 2 looks much better. Probably VG plus on that. This one I had to grade it VG because there are a couple marks you can kind of feel a little bit. But this is like early, like pre-Allman Brothers, you know, Hourglass, Power of Love, VG. There is a little bit of filling in on the letters on the back cover here and the nostrils. Someone filled in the nostrils on these guys. But looking for a $20 start, just a $20 start on Hourglass, Power of Love, $20 start on that. And Tracy is going to get Morgan for $67. Man, this Morgan record is so good. Morgan. Awesome. Sold for $67. And Hourglass is going to get moved over here. Chris Wood is in on Hourglass at $20. That's at $20 with Chris Wood Sr. And I don't even know what I'm going to do with this one. This album's so good too. I don't know how many times I've said or thought that in the last couple days going through this stuff. This is such a cool collection. This is Merrill Fankhauser and his trusty HMS Bounty. This album is called Things, and it's a 1968 U.S. original. It does have some writing on the cover. There is some tape up here and on the spine over here. The back doesn't look too bad. There is cover damage though, but no splits because of the tape, I guess. This is Merrill Fankhauser. I mean meant HD. Gotcha. Let's see. Where are we at now? Where are we at? Okay, I just looked down and I was like, what's going on? Brad, I think it's sold. I had a reissue of Yesterday's Children. I think someone might have bought it though. I showed that pretty early. Yeah. Yeah, I already sold a copy of Yesterday's Children. It was a reissue, but it sold. But there have been like multiple copies of some records from this collection, so there might be another one. Back to this. Merrill Fankhauser and his HMS Bounty. It's a low-grade record. This is really like a psych pop album. It is really good, though. Like, the songs on here are fantastic. It looks, like, visually, it's probably a G-looking record. I've played it. It plays all the way through without skipping. It does have some pops. It has some pops, for sure. It plays way better than it looks. That's what I'm trying to get at. This is a really good play copy. If you can deal with some popping here and there. No skips. Very good album. It's all, like, this thing goes for a lot. This thing goes for a lot. If it's really clean, I'm going to have to start this at $20, even in the condition it's in. $20 start on Merrill Fankhauser and HMS Bounty. $20 start on that. That's a fantastic record. And Hourglass is at 32, or excuse me, Hourglass is at 23 with Rachel Crosta. Rachel Cross is at 23 on Hourglass. Chris Wood Sr., You're Out. And Robert Warner is in on Merrill Fankhauser at $20. Back to the crate. Homer. Man, this is a good album too. Grown in USA. This is like Southern rock prog with just blistering. The guitars on this thing are crazy. It's a 2002 Akarma reissue, $39.99. Very tough record to find as well. Man, this is killer. $39.99 for Homer. Creation, Bo. I believe Bo is the artist. Creation is the album title. It's $49.99. It's a 1971 UK import psych folk record. And it's on John Peel's Dandelion record. John Peel, the DJ from the UK. Bo, Creation, $49.99. If you know the band Tractor or The Way We Live, Jim Milne and Steve Clayton, those two guys from that band, play on a track on this. I think it might be the last track or one of the last ones. Silence Returns. There's some like heavy guitar on there. $49.99 for Bo, Creation. Going twice, going three times on Merrill Fankhauser at 20 with Robert Warner. And Chris Wood's out. Let's do Final Call on Hourglass. It's at 23. Actually, Larry Drish is in on both. 25 and 25, so reset. 25 on Hourglass, 25 on Merrill Fankhauser, and Larry Drish has the high bid on both of those. Jackie, the Hourglass, the disc is VG, and the cover is probably VG as well, maybe VG minus. Does have some like drawing and doodling a little bit on the back, like in the nostrils and some of the letters. And the disc itself is VG as well. It is an original though, and I mean it's like, pre-Allman Brothers. And that's at 25 with Larry Drish. Back to the crate. Who are these guys? This is a band called Tayles, Tayles. It's an Akarma release from 1999. It was recorded live at the Nitty Gritty Madison, March 18th, 1972. Kind of like blues rock, acid rock, 1999. Oh, Homer. Thank you, Edwin. I knew there was something. Edwin gets Homer. Thank you, Edwin. Thanks for reminding me. I'm glad I didn't miss that. Well, I did, but I'm glad you reminded me. Homer is sold to Edwin Blom. Dragon Tears. This is called 2,000 micrograms from home on Bad Afro Records. $39.99. It's a 2007 Denmark import psych record. Dragon Tears. Very cool cover. Dragon Tears. $39.99 on that. Hypnosis. Self-titled, or is it? No, yeah, this is a comp. This is like a Spanish Psych Garage Comp from 1991, $29.99. It's got like Los Mescaleros, Bisontes. I'm doing my best. The Philistines, Los Fossils, Beat Peg, the Nomads. I don't know. Yeah. Also, I unfortunately can only speak a little bit of Spanish, so this is all in Spanish. It's $29.99 for Hypnosis. It's gonna be some really cool, like Spanish garage and psych on that for sure. Next is the Light Reaction. The Light Reaction is sealed from 2014. This is a garage psych record and it's in mono. $22.99 for the Light Reaction. What else is in here? L'uomo nello spazio, Piero Umiliani al Moog. Yep. This is like a Moog record. It was recorded in the 70s and released in France, but this is a 2015 reissue on blue vinyl. It's electronic, $29.99, sealed. It's a very cool record, and yeah, someone should get it. But the Light Reaction is sold to Fred Carnell. That is sold, and Fred Carnell also gets Hypnosis. That is also sold. Final call on both of these. Final call on both auctions, 25 and 25. Robert Warner, let me know if you're in or out on the Merrill Fankhauser. That's at 25, and Hourglass is at 25. Oh yeah, put that right there. All right, The Rise of Flood, another copy of The Rise of Flood. This is a 180 gram reissue on Maple Records, sealed for $39.99, 180 gram reissue. It's like early hard rock, classic rock, psych kind of stuff. $39.99. Behind Hypnosis, Fred, this is Dragon Tears, 2,000 micrograms from Home. I thought you would definitely pick that up. I was waiting for your comment to come through. Billy Lindsay, were you claiming this or were you telling Fred what it is? As since Fred asked about it, he does have first dibs at it. Let's see. So you were claiming it, Billy? Okay. Fred did ask about it first. He did ask before your comment came in. So I will, okay, and Fred said he will take Dragon. Fred, this is yours if you want it. If not, then Billy Lindsay wants it. This is sold to somebody. We'll figure that out in a second. I think Fred wants it, though. I'm going to go ahead and wrap up both of these auctions as well. Both of these are sold to Larry Drish. Larry Drish gets the Hourglass Power of Love for $25. That is sold to Larry Drish for $25. And Larry Drish also gets the Merrill Fankhauser. And Larry, just seen it, like this one is going to look rough, but I think you'll be surprised at how well it plays. It played quite well when I test played it in the back. No skips. There are some pops, but there you go. Very nice pickups there. Man, yeah, I only have one auction left. We got one record left for auction, and this is, man, what is it? Endel St. Cloud. Endel St. Cloud. Thank you all very much. And this is an original on International Artists, and it is really nice. This is a very, very nice copy. Very, very clean copy. International Artists, of course. I feel like the light's making it look more blue. This is like that, you know, kind of teal, blue, green, seafoam green. I don't know if seafoam green's right. I don't remember my Crayola colors, but really nice. Of course, the same label that had like 13th Floor Elevators, Power Plant, Bubble Puppy, all that good stuff. I know I'm forgetting a couple of big ones, but Endel St. Cloud original, looking for a $35 start. $35 start on that. Let's get back to the crate. SRC, fantastic. Sealed, late 2000s, reissue, $49.99. It's been a minute since I've listened to this, but I believe that I remember the track Daystar and One Simple Task maybe being my favorites. Michigan band for sure. Very cool. Sealed, $49.99 on SRC. This is something, they've got a cool name. What is it? Legendary Grape. Legendary Grape. This is a 2003 US psych record, sealed for $19.99. Legendary Grape. Bohemian Vendetta. This is a sealed reissue for $29.99. Bohemian Vendetta. The originals of this are crazy expensive and very tough to find. Also a really good record. Very, very good. $29.99 on that. Tracy Swinger is going to get SRC. I think I brought another empty crate up here. I thought I did. Oh yeah, it's underneath this one. That's what's going on. Gonna have to go into crate number 2. All right. Looking for a $35 start on Indel St. Cloud. Near mint copy all around. That is, I figured that was Moby Grape. I guess, oh wow. That is Skip Spence. Skip Spence is even in there. I didn't even recognize him. Alexander Skip Spence. Right there. Crazy. Thank you, Kill for Peace 69. Yeah, it's $19.99 if anybody wants that. And that is, well, not that. This is sold to Slicker Van Slyke. That is sold to Slicker Van Slyke as a casualty. Yeah, that Ore album is, man, I don't know, it's fantastic. But yeah, it's sad what happened to him for sure. Let's see, Amphirite. It's $49.99, 2003 German import reissue. I believe it was originally a like French prog record. This is a French prog record, extremely rare. The originals are obscenely rare. Like another, I've been saying this like all day, but like it's another one. Like the originals are thousands of dollars, and super cool artwork. Really like that. It's $49.99. $49.99. I'm gonna put this up for auction actually. Now that I think about it, I was waiting. I was like, man, are there any other albums that I can put up for auction? This is a 1974 German press on Fontana, or Fontana, as we say in the U.S., but I believe overseas they usually say Fontana. But it's a German copy from 1974. So it's not like first year. This thing is like near mint, like really, really nice copy. This Van Graaff generator, aerosol gray machine. And if you have listened to them, oh yeah, I forgot about this cover damage. There is some cover damage down here. If you've listened to these guys and you're like, man, these guys are way too prog for prog, or just too prog for my taste, this is not super proggy. This is more, it's more like just kind of a psych record. It's before they went like way out and did like, you know, Pawn Hearts or God Bluff or any of that kind of stuff. But let's do a $20 start on this. The vinyl is near mint. There is unfortunately some cover damage here on the bottom, but $20 start on Van Graaff generator. And if anyone wants the Indel St. Cloud, if anyone wants this, it's a $35 buy it now. $35 buy it now. Brad, yeah, that's exactly what I was saying. It's before they went like way prog. It's really more on the psychedelic rock side. Like it's a really good record, really good album. But before they went Pawn Hearts and went way crazy prog. I love that stuff too, but this is a really good record. Yeah, looking for a $20. Oh, Paul Ugly's in at $20. Paul Ugly has that for $20. German pressing. It's going to sound fantastic. Also, if anyone missed it or if they've been contemplating it, the only auction that I put up that hasn't sold is this Jed Merlin's song, private press, folk record from Jacksonville, 1983. It's a $275 buy it now. $275 buy it now. If anyone wants Jed Merlin's song, I have that right over here. If anyone decides they want it, just let me know. Fred Carnell's at 21 on Vandergraft Generator. Back to the crate. Incredible record. The Fallen Angels, It's a Long Way Down. This is a reissue. Sealed sealed $34.99 from 2011. 2011 reissue. This is their second album. And I don't know the story on it, but like the second one is incredibly difficult to get. And it's very, very difficult to get, but it's such a good record. This is I take a, what is it? Take a screenshot of this and listen to this album later or something. This is such a good record. If you like psych music, this is so good. That's sold to Fred Carnell. Larry, I did pull it. Maybe I didn't even say anything, but Larry Drish, You Got the Angel St. Cloud. That is sold to you. And Paul Oakley's at 36 on Vandergraft Generator. Vandergraft Generator's at 36 with Paul Oakley. Fred Carnell, you're out. Back to the crate. This is Workshop. I think this is self-titled. Yeah. It's $49.99. It's a 1990 German import, first press. Something about the language here at the bottom. The first and second pressings are a little bit different. This is the first press. Psych, Prague, I believe. I should have put more notes on this one. It's a little bit obscure, but it's really highly sought after and like critically rated very high as well. It's $49.99 for Workshop. Workshop is $49.99. Swara Samrat. Swara Samrat. Lottery of Memories on Colored Rain. Got a little leaf there. It does say promo copy. It has a little stamp that says promo copy. I don't know how legit that is. It's $49.99. It's a 1994 German import promo. I did put promo in question marks. It is a psych record from 1994, Swara Samrat. And it does have like this little book or something in here, right? It's got some kind of insert with it, or maybe two. Yeah. It's got a little catalog listing of stuff that Colored Rain has put out, and then a little lyric sheet. And this is also, oh wow, okay. See, this was supposed to be numbered. This one's not numbered because it's a promo. I think all these other ones, like the 222 copies, are numbered. This one's not numbered because it is a promo copy. This is Swara Samrat, and it is $49.99 if anybody wants that. Fred Carnell, let me know if you're in or out on Vandergraft Generator. That's at 36 with Paul Oakley. Final call. Final call. I'm going to give that just a little bit more time, and then I'm going to sell it to Paul. Oh man, this is one of my favorite records. Magic Carpet, self-titled. It's a 1995 UK reissue, $99.99. This is like it's like folk psych from the UK with sitar and some tablas, and I feel like this record has like some kind of spiritual healing power or something. I do have an original copy of this. This is like, I don't know. This is another one where I have to highly recommend someone getting this. If you like sitars and tablas and folk, British, early 70s kind of stuff, man, this is a good record. Magic Carpet. It is $99.99. No condition notes on it. Fred said he's out on Vandergraft Generator, so this is sold to Paul Oakley for $36. That is sold to Paul Oakley for $36. All right. Now it's time to just go through these crates. I've got a whole nother crate after this. Got a whole nother crate. All right, this is Soup. Soup, self-titled. Soup, $29.99, 2000, or it's from 2000 US. I'm trying to remember here. So it's two LPs. The first LP is their self-titled debut. Side 3 is like bonus tracks from that period. And then side 4 is stuff from the band they were in before they were Soup. But yeah, on Comet Records, which Karma Records is a subsidiary of Comet, so it's very similar. $29.99 on virgin vinyl, and it says 180 grams. I feel like this is like 280. These things are thick, and the gatefold is really, really thick. 99.99 on Soup. Oh yeah, this is great. The Creation, We Are Paintermen. This is a sealed, unofficial German reissue for $29.99. $29.99 for We Are Paintermen, The Creation. If you like the Who and like mod garage type stuff, this is essential. Sealed for $29.99. $29.99 for The Creation, We Are Paintermen. All right, Susie, you're just in time to watch more of the psychedelic madness here on Sunday. Holbrook, is that a claim? If you want this Creation record, that is yours. That I really hope someone picks that up. That's a really good record. I'm gonna put that in the bin for you right now, unless you're just excited to see it. John, you're second to it. Holbrook just confirm with me that that is a claim. Oh yeah, I forgot this was in here. The Troll animated music. Let's see, $74.99. It's a 1968 U.S. press. The bottom seam is splitting, but it's $74.99. It's on Mercury Records. It's split about halfway, but the vinyl is super nice. Or it's on Smash, which is a subsidiary of Mercury. This is a really fun record. Kind of garagey, psych. There's a song on here that I always have on my like Halloween playlists. Was it? Yeah, Werewolf and Witch Breath. Probably my favorite track on the album. Werewolf and Witch Breath. The Troll animated music. Very cool. That cover cracks me up too. $74.99 on that. Holbrook, awesome. That is sold to you. John, you were second. Jack of All Trades, Just Before Unfair Loss. This is a 1995 Greek import psych record, $34.99. This is Greek psych, $34.99. We've got Twink, The Lost Experimental Recordings from 1970. You might know Twink from The Pretty Things or The Pink Fairies, or what else was he in? Tomorrow. He was in Tomorrow with like Steve Howe and Keith West. This is mostly sealed, $21.99, 1999 Italian import. That is sold to Ron Fuller. Philip knows no CDs today. It's just all psych LPs. Luke, the Soup is on Comet from 2000. It's in shrink wrap, $29.99. In shrink, $29.99. Message, Sailing Home. This is sealed. It's a really rare and sought after gospel folk record. This is sealed for $49.99. I think on Discogs it said like 2 people have it, and there were a bunch of people that want it. It's gospel folk. I haven't listened to it, but there must be something awesome on this record for people to really want this as much as they do. But this is $49.99. Paul Stevens is going to get Jack of All Trades. That's sold to Paul Stevens. Awesome. And then we've got Will o' the Wisp. Very cool cover. Will o' the Wisp. This is a 1999 Greek import. It's kind of like it's like more in the symphonic prog vein, and it's $59.99. Will o' the Wisp, more in the prog vein, $59.99. Kind of psychedelic as well. Cynthia Herndon's going to get that. That is sold to Cynthia Herndon. Then we've got Kawabata Makoto, Anla Curtis, and Roku Genkin. And the album is called Kokira. Kawabata Makoto is the like front man and leader of Acid Mother's Temple. And this is just like an experimental record with 3 guys playing guitar and just having a time. And this is sealed for $24.99. It's a 2006 UK import. Kawabata Makoto, $24.99. Oh yeah, this record is fantastic. Steel Mill, Green Eyed God. Steel Mill, this is a 1996 UK import for $49.99. This is like a krautrock, hard prog, heavy guitar, psychedelic. This record's fantastic. Steel Mill, Green Eyed God. Green Eyed God. Great album. Dead Flowers, Altered State Circus. Dead Flowers, Altered State Circus. This is $44.99. It's a 1994 UK import. 1994 UK import, $44.99. Steel Mill is sold to Edwin Blom. Yeah, I'm a huge krautrock fan as well. There's a bunch of krautrock in this. And there's so much stuff I haven't even got to. This is just like the beginning of who knows how many. I mean, there are literally thousands of psych records in this collection that I still have to go through and price out. This is Yellow Sunshine Explosion. Yellow Sunshine Explosion. This is a 1987 German import psych record for $22.99. $22.99 Yellow Sunshine Explosion. Very cool cover, and then a little sitar on the back there. All right, 2 more records in the crate. Mega Trip. Mega Trip. What's the album called? Maybe it is self-titled. $29.99. This is a 1996 German import, and it's $29.99. $29.99 for Mega Trip. Robert Warner wants the Yellow Sunshine Explosion. That's sold to Robert Warner. Slicker Van Slyke was second, and Christopher B., you were third. I have not seen any copies of Faction Moonblood yet. I have not seen any copies of that. I know, I mean, I don't want to say I don't think there's an original on there, but I also wouldn't be surprised if there's like a sealed original copy. There's a ton of like private press psych, and so like more than I've ever seen in any one collection. There's so much private press stuff in this collection. It's crazy, but I haven't seen a copy of Faction Moonblood yet. Next is Siompi, Summer's Coming on Heavy. This is like one of the, I don't even want to take it out because it's hard to get back in, but it's like a cover over a cover, you know. Yeah, let me get this thing back on. I already did it. This is $36.99. It's from 1998, and it's a garage acid rock psych record, $36.99 for Siompi. Summer's Coming on Heavy. That is $36.99. Mega Trip is a original. This is from 1996. That's from 1996. $29.99 for Mega Trip. All right, I'm going to recap this crate. Just let me know if you want prices, or I would say condition, but everything in here is the X plus to near mint minus. I'm also going to mute my mic real quick and take a sip of a drink. Give me 1 second. All right, I'm back. There's no Elvis today. Today is nothing but like psych, prog, psych folk, acid rock, all sorts of that kind of stuff. Private press, outsider stuff. No Elvis. There's like nothing common or like really well known, I guess, being shown today. Nick, I'm not sure. Definitely send us a message. 'Cause I'm not sure. I think Doug or Ed should be able to help you with that. Nick, no, it's all psych and prog and 60s, 70s stuff, a little bit of 80s and 90s psych too, but Mostly very obscure psych today. I'm going to recap this crate. Let me know if there's anything in here that you want. This is Ray Kraut Pandemonium. Ray Kraut Pandemonium Sweet Tooth Testing. I have 2 copies of that if anyone wants to take a chance on that one. Very rare. And then this is Brush, a Japanese psych record from 1971. Polyphene Langt Oud Skoven. The Superfine Dandelion, some pop psych, Sunshine Pop. Oliver Standing Stone, still available. And then we've got Bow Creation. Bow Creation. Yeah, Brad, we should still have you on file and everything. Larry Drish, the Sweet Tooth, is on red vinyl. It's a Void Records reissue. Number 51 of 400 is $44.99. No condition notes. And I believe, let's see, yeah, there is some kind of insert in here. Where did that go? Where did it go? Just almost lost it. There we go. Sweet Tooth Testing. They usually put like some kind of cool, like a little bit of a history about it with these Void reissues, which I think are cool, like a little piece of history with it. Let's see. Let me put that back in here. Price on Sunshine. Sunshine. What was Sunshine? Did I show something? Oh, I didn't have any Sunshine. Tracy, let me know what that was. I know there was a, what was it? Man, there was something that was called Sunshine, but I think it sold. If it was something that was already in the crate, Sunshine. There's nothing like towards the beginning of this either, right? No. Nothing there. Let's see. Larry Drish, the details. This was originally recorded in like 75 as a private press thing. The originals go for like $400 or $500. I think there's like some electronic elements in this, but it's very psychedelic. And this is a 1996 red vinyl reissue. No condition notes. Now I have 2 copies of that if anyone wants one. I have 2 copies of that. Yeah, all the Void Records reissues that I've listened to in the back have played fine. Like, I think maybe their cutting is not great. Sometimes there's like excess vinyl on the edge, but it doesn't affect the play or anything. Let's see. Price on Sunshine. Oh, Tracy meant Dandelion. Superfine Dandelion was sealed for $24.99. That's sealed. That's a reissue for $24.99. I'll set that there. Just let me know if you are interested in that. So I guess these are pending. This is Bow Creation. It's on John Peel's Dandelion label. Who are these guys? Which is probably what like 90% of our viewers are thinking today watching this show. Who are these guys? Who are these guys? Pandemonium. Price on Pandemonium. Where was... Oh, yeah, there it is. Oh, sorry, Cynthia. I missed you asked that before. It's $24.99. It's a like garage psych compilation. $24.99. Who are cost details? Edwin, let me know what your... I'm not sure. Who are cost? I think maybe that was a typo. Tracy Sawyer is going to take the Superfine Dandelion that is sold to Cynthia. Let's see. Oh, are you asking what the cost on the Who Are These Guys? Who Are These Guys is a 2000 a Karma reissue for $19.99. $19.99. And yeah, it's on a Karma. It's like a thick gatefold. This was released, or excuse me, not released, but recorded in 1972. It's like blues, like bluesy acid rock, like early 70s hard rock kind of stuff. That's what you're getting into with that one. It's just $19.99. And Larry Drish is going to take a Sweet Tooth. I am with you on that. That's the lower number one, number 51 of 400 right there. And I have 1 copy left of that if anyone wants to take a chance on Sweet Tooth. It is a really cool record. Um, Edwin, are you passing on this? Edwin, if you don't want it, it looks like Paul Oakley does, so I'm going to stick it in the crate. Edwin, just let me know if you want it or not. Just let me know. Have you seen... I haven't seen Sacred Mushroom in this collection yet. It's been a couple years since I've seen a copy of that. Edwin does want it. Okay, Edwin's going to get the Who Are These Guys? That is sold to Edwin Blom. Paul Oakley, you were second on that. And Cynthia said she'll take this. That is sold to Cynthia. The Prey Crowd Pandemonium is sold to Cynthia Herndon. Sorry, Cynthia, I saw. I think I was pulling that right when you sent that. Next in the crate, Lomo Nello Spazio. If you like Moog, like experimental electronic kind of stuff, you should definitely check this out. It's sealed on blue vinyl from 2015 for $29.99. Some French Moog kind of stuff there. Any blues on the Yazoo label? There's been a lot of blues, but I don't think I've seen anything on Yazoo yet. I haven't seen anything on that label yet. Let's see. All right. Back to the crate. The Rise of the Flood is still available. Bohemian Vendetta, I do recommend someone pick this up because originals are crazy expensive. This is sealed for $29.99, 180 gram reissue. It has been a minute since I've listened to it, but I remember it being kind of like beat, mod, garage, a little bit of psychedelia going on in there as well. It is US, but kind of has that feel to it. $29.99. That's sold to Cynthia Herndon. Paul Oakley, you were second on that. I'll go ahead and put Sweet Tooth Testing back in the crate. If anyone wants this, let me know. I'd recommend it. It's like, you just don't see these records every day, and you might find out that like, oh, this is fantastic, but it's gone, and then you're never going to see a copy again. This is Amphirite. This is a French Prague record that is still available. Workshop. This is a early 90s, mid-90s German psych record, 1990 German psych record. Very highly regarded. I need to give that a listen. This is Swara Samrat. This is a promo copy of Lottery of Memories from 1994. Magic Carpet. Man, if there's anything left in this crate that I will be disappointed about not selling, it's going to be this one. Someone needs to buy Magic Carpet. That is an incredible record. Just put it on like late at night with low lights, maybe a stick of incense burning, and just put it on and just go for the ride. It's so good. The Troll animated music still available. Soup is still in there if anyone is still interested in that. Message Sailing Home, that's a sealed Message is a sealed gospel folk record. Magic Carpet Tracy. Actually, Edwin Blom, it is $99.99. It's a reissue, but originals go for like $300, $400, $500 depending on condition. This is $99.99. So Edwin, if you want it, let me know. If not, Tracy Soinger is going to get it. Soup was what, $29.99? Yeah. Soup is $29.99. 2 LPs. This thing is like 5 pounds. This is extremely heavy. $29.99. It's 2 LPs. Edwin said, let Tracy have it. Tracy, I'm sure you're like, man, I'm spending $100. Maybe you haven't even listened to this, but I guarantee it's going to be good. Also, this is, I think the band or someone from the band wrote this right here. Best wishes for Magic Carpet. That is sold to Tracy Soinger. Edwin, this is a 2000 US reissue on Comet Records, which Comet is like the mother label of like a Karma and stuff, and it's on 180 gram virgin vinyl. I think these records are like 280 grams. They are thick and heavy, very heavy. But it's $29.99. The first LP is their self-titled album, and then there's some bonus tracks on the first side of the second disc, and then there's like some stuff from when they were the private property of Digital, which I guess is like a group they were in before they became Soup. $29.99. The original year was 69 or 70 is when that album first came out. Tracy, yeah, that's like, I guarantee it's like the most chill, relaxing album. But there's like, I don't know, it's just so peaceful and good. I love it. Great album. Let's see. Oh, shoot. I just realized. Oh, Edwin, you asked about Soup. Paul Oakley claims Soup. Edwin, let me know if you want this. If not, then it's going to be sold to Paul Oakley. Edwin, let me know if you want that. If not, it's going to be sold to Paul Oakley. Thank you, Bob. Was that you that originally? Yeah. Bob P. Sorry, I overlooked that. I got sidetracked. So Edwin does get Soup. Troll is $74.99. There's no condition notes on the vinyl. There is some splitting on the bottom seam. The front's not too bad. I mean, obviously it has like some ring wear and stuff like that, but no like major tears or anything. There's a hole punch up here, but the vinyl is like EX plus near mint minus all day. It's really nice. It's $74.99. It goes for a lot. Like I think the cheapest one that I saw for sale was over $100. But this one I priced at $74.99. Let's see what else. Workshop album title. I think Garrett, the Workshop album, I believe, is self-titled. Maybe it is. I don't know if it's going to help at all, but I can't remember how I found that. Like, it was kind of tough to search on Discogs, but it's Workshop, and then maybe if you want to type in like FTV001, that's the catalog number. It's from 1990 and it's $49.99. And this disc is near mint. It's really, really clean. Very, very nice disc. Workshop. I'll leave that right there. Garrett, let me know if you're interested in that. And Bob, let me know if you want the Troll animated music. That's $74.99. Then we've got Kawabata Makoto and a couple other guys. It's the main guy from Acid Mother's Temple doing some experimental guitar stuff. That's sealed for $24.99. Dead Flowers Altered State Circus, still available. Mega Trip, I know someone asked about this, if it was original or a reissue. It is original. Did anyone say if they wanted it or not? Mega Trip. Where was that comment? I don't remember. I think I've definitely lost it, but Mega Trip is still available. If anyone wants it. Let's see. All right, that's all we got. Yeah, Mega Trip is still available. And just one other record in the crate. Siompi, Summer's Coming On Heavy. Workshade's kind of past at 50. I understand it. It is a really nice copy. And I believe it's pretty scarce as well, but $49.99. Siompi, Jackie Reynolds. It's called Summer's Coming On Heavy. It came out in 1998 in the US. It's a garage / acid rock / psych record. All the good stuff. $36.99, and it's got this like kind of outer jacket. I guess I'm gonna take it all the way out. Taking it all the way off, and then here is the like actual cover, I guess if you want to call it that. I think it's like a top loader. There's the it's on Rockadelic, which was they're a really solid like archival and reissue label from the 90s. I don't know if they put much of anything out after the 90s, but Siompi, that is available. I did just notice it does have a little bit of rubbing right here, but I think that's probably just from being stored in this thing for so long. Jackie, if you want that, let me know. Bob, yeah, that's a good call. The Troll record does not show up very often. Man, this thing's tough to get in. This is why I was trying not to take it out, but it worked. You said sold, so it was worth the effort. And the Troll is sold to Bob Potosniak. Not potato sticks. Not potato sticks, but Potosniak. Right, Chad? Ciampi sold to Jackie Reynolds. Marianne Mega Trip was, I think it was like $29.99. Yeah, $29.99. It's a 1996 German import. Mega Trip, limited edition of 555 copies, original master recording, 180 gram pressing. So it's an audiophile pressing from Germany. It's got to sound good. Whatever's on it, I don't know, but it is sold to Marianne. We're going to find out what that sounds like. So again, not much left in that crate either. I have a whole nother crate. I have an entire another crate of psych and folk and prog and acid rock and all this stuff to show you. All right. This actually might be the most full crate out of the three. And the first few in here, like first 10 records maybe, are going to be EX Plus to Near Mint Minus, and then we're going to get into some check condition stuff. And if you've been holding out for, what's up with this camera angle? I just realized it's kind of, I don't know. Maybe that's a little bit better, right? What's going on here? There we go. If you've been looking for like original stuff, there's probably going to be more of that in this crate than the other two. I know there's been some that I've put up for auction and sold and stuff, but let's get into it. Let's get into it. Josephus, Son of Dead Man. This is $44.99. It's a 1990 US copy, and it is numbered 333 out of 500. I'm sure you know Josephus. Some Texas hard rock, heavy psych. $44.99 on that. Made in 66 or 68. The band is The Freedom Highway. Made in 68. This is they're a San Francisco band. It's an archival reissue, or not reissue, but release. Archival release. It's $34.99. This is a San Francisco band. $34.99. Josephus, sold to John Gallen, excuse me. And then we've got, oh man, yeah, the JPT Scare Band. This is like one of the coolest archival things that's out there, in my opinion. Acid Blues is the White Man's Burden. This absolute, I mean, the guitar playing on this is crazy good. Rippers. This is a 2010 green and yellow vinyl release, and this is a sealed copy, $79.99. $79.99. That's JPT Scare Band. If you like late 60s, early 70s, fuzzed out rockers, this is it. That is sold to Robert Warner. He knows what's up. He knows what's going on with that one. Dunyan, Tio Bitar, a very good like neo-psych band. I mean, these guys are great. Swedish band. This is also an original 2007 Swedish import. It's mostly sealed, $39.99. I say mostly sealed because it's just got like a couple small breaches here and there. But this is $39.99. $39.99 for Dunyan. Some people say Dungeon. I believe it's supposed to be pronounced Dunyan, but maybe I'm wrong. But it's $39.99. I put the sleeve on backwards. $39.99. Someone should pick that up. It's a really good record. And then we've got Flight Reaction Spectral Footwear in the shrink. It's $34.99. This is a 1993 UK import. $34.99 for Flight Reaction Spectral Footwear. Very cool cover. Killing Floor. This is a 2002 Akarma reissue, $24.99. Yeah, this is like, I think Killing Floor is like a heavy psych blues kind of thing, $24.99. Ron Fuller is going to pick that up. Very cool. Nick Orlando second on that. Sweet. Very good pickup there. This is Ernie Fischbach and Charles Ewing, Acid Symphony. Acid Symphony. This was originally released in 1967. This is a 2000 Karma reissue, and it's on yellow, purple, and green vinyl. There's 3 LPs. It's $44.99. Acid Symphony. You know it's going to be good. You know it's going to be good. Acid Symphony. I don't know, I just kind of want to show the vinyl, I guess. So you got a little green record there. Then there's a purple one here, I believe. That's more pink. It's billed as purple, but you can see it says purple LP. I think that's pink, last time I checked. But like I said, I haven't checked into my Crayola box in a long time. And then this is yellow vinyl. Then there's a little insert about the group. And I believe this is a, yeah, it's got this really cool poster with it too. Very cool. Acid Symphony. And this is $44.99. $44.99 for Acid Symphony. And let's see, the red crate to my left. It's like a Joan Jett, I love rock and roll. Is there a Joan Jett over here? Hey, there it is. Susie Breedlove, Joan Jett, and the Blackhearts, I love rock and roll. $29.99. That is sold to Susie Breedlove. Thank you, Susie. And if anyone else wants one of those, go for it. That's probably the only non-psych or psych-related record that has sold today. And thank you, Susie Breedlove, for making that happen. If anyone else wants a copy of that, please let me know. So if you see anything in like the front of the bins or anything that you want, let me know. I am trying to focus on this, but I have no problem finding a record, especially if you know which crate it's in. I'll definitely sell it to you. Cynthia Herndon, first to the Acid Symphony. Slicker Van Slyke was second. Cynthia gets that. What else? And yeah, Robert, they did do a good job on that reissue. Freedom Highway. That was this one right here. Freedom Highway is sold to Tracy Swinger. Not much left in this crate so far. Someone needs to get this Dunian record. It's like fuzzed out, heavy psych. It is Swedish, but man, that band is so good. I do have to recommend that one for sure. I have to recommend this too. The West Coast Pop Art Experimental Band, Transparent Day. This is basically like a greatest hits comp from 1986. You got Shifting Sands, I Won't Hurt You, Smell of Incense, fantastic. And of course their cover of Help I'm a Rock. When I was doing my radio show, it was called The Smell of Incense, and I named it after this song. And like the first show I did, very first song I opened with it, had to. $24.99 for West Coast Pop Art Experimental Band. Next in the crate is Captain Beefheart and his Magic Band. It Comes to You in a Plain Brown Wrapper. This is a 2008 Sunday's issue of previously unreleased material, and it's mostly sealed. It is in shrink. It's got like, there's a little tear or something similar, but it's definitely never been opened. $69.99 for Captain Beefheart. It Comes to You in a Plain Brown Wrapper. That's $69.99. Paul Oakley first on West Coast Pop Art Experimental Band. Very nice pickup. Marianne was second. Ryan Anderson, awesome. Very good pickup on Captain Beefheart. Christopher B., you were second on that. Next, Josephus Dead Man. I think I'm gonna auction this actually. I don't know. I didn't know what to even price it at. It's a 1983 French import, which is technically the second. It's like the first reissue of it. And apparently this is an official label, this Euro label, it's EVA, I think it's EVA. It's a real label, but it's blocked on Discogs, even though it's not an unofficial. Like this is an official release, but it's you can't buy it or put it up for sale on Discogs. I don't know why, but I'm gonna put this up for a $45 start. It's a really nice copy. This is a really nice copy. There's the label, no condition notes at all. EX plus to near mint minus on it. EX plus to near mint minus. And that is up for auction. Yeah, man, it's super clean. It's tough to find, even a reissue, especially, I mean, that is technically the second time it was ever pressed. Yeah, that's a $45 start on Josephus. Kill for P69 is in at $45. If you want an original, especially in like that condition where it's like near mint, you're looking at least close to $1,000, like minimum $600 or $700. But that's at $45 with Kill for Peace 69 over on YouTube. If you're not familiar with it, it's Texas hard rock, Texas heavy psych, however you want to look at it. It's 70s rock, early 70s rock with some psychedelic tendencies, especially on the track Dead Man. I mean, it's a 17.5-minute acid rock jam for sure. And that is at $50 with Marianne. It's at $50. Brett, yeah, exactly. Someone just paid $600 for one. That's what it should go for in like VG plus. Like, I could even see someone paying that for like a VG copy, maybe VG plus. But if you get to like a near mint range, you know, you're going to be getting close to $1,000 on that one. That's a classic heavy psych record. That's at 60 with Kill for P69. Marianne, you're out. Stephen Monahan. This is a mono white label promo. It's Baroque Pop from 1968, $24.99. Some Baroque Pop on Cap Records. Mono white label promo. This is a really good record too if you like Baroque Pop kind of stuff, like, I don't know, The Left Bank or something in that vein, Van Dyke Parks, anything like that. Luke Mitchell, we're at $60 on the Josephus with Kill for Peace 69. That's at $60. Next is Morning on Vault Records. This is where we're getting into some of the check condition stuff, which means we're going to get into some of the more vintage records. This is a 1970 US press VG plus condition, $29.99 for Morning. Gonna mute my mic for 1 second. All right, I'm back. Sorry. I had to get a little bit of water. Let's see. Brad Moore, picking up Morning. That is a nice pickup. That's a tough record to find. Marianne is at 65 on Josephus. We're at 65 on Josephus with Marianne. Epitaph, Outside the Law. This is some German hard rock, prog kind of. VG plus 1999. There is a little bit of cover damage. Not much. I don't know what I made a note. It's not immediately evident. Maybe, yeah, it's got a little bit of seam splitting going on, but this is VG plus for $19.99. Epitaph, Outside the Law, German hard rock. Magic Mushroom Band, Pictures in My Mind. This is a VG plus 12-inch single from 1992, $9.99. $9.99 for that. Fresh Country Apples. I have actually owned a copy of this before. This is like a psych record from Washington about apples. And it's VG plus $44.99. This is a 1970 US press in shrink wrap. And yeah, it's VG plus $44.99. Fresh Country Apples. It is good too. It's kind of trying to think of what to compare it to. Um, Man, not Janis Joplin, but like, hmm, it's got like they're from Washington, but it has like a more San Francisco sound, or maybe even Laurel Canyon if you were to kind of blend those two places, if that makes any sense at all. But anyways, Christopher B is going to get the Magic Mushroom Band, and then Alex Kane is going to get Epitaph. Fresh Country Apple still available. Josephus is at 75. Josephus is at 75 with Marianne. Kill for Peace and Luke Mitchell, you're both out on that. It's at 75 with Marianne. I'm going to auction this next. Another Josephus record. Josephus will be right after Josephus. I can't put them both up at the same time or it'll get way too confusing. This is a great record too. Stained Glass, Crazy Horse Roads on Capitol. This is a VG Plus 1968 LA Press, $69.99. Sorry about the cover. That is, I just showed it and I was like, I didn't think anything of it, but I just kind of realized like, yeah, that's not really very friendly. But $69.99 for Stained Glass. The American Revolution, this I wouldn't really call this psych. It's more garage or even like American pop, US pop kind of stuff from this era, but it is good. It's in VG Plus condition. It's a mono promo copy. It is a mono promo copy. VG Plus for $24.99. $24.99 for the American Revolution. Let's see, Marianne now has the high bid on Josephus for $80. Luke Mitchell, you're out. And Kill for Peace, $69. You're also out. This is at $80 with Mary Ann. Next in the crate is 3 Hur L. I don't know if I'm pronouncing that right. Hur. It's got like the umlauts over it, but I think they're Turkish. This is a Turkish band, but this is a 1999 German import reissue. VG Plus for $29.99. VG Plus $29.99. It's like Turkish psych mixed with like Anatolian rock. If that makes any sense. I spun this a bit yesterday. It's really good. I also like that kind of stuff though. It's $29.99. Slicker Van Slyke. This is Crazy Horse Roads. It's a Los Angeles press from 1968. VG Plus $69.99. It does have that hole punch, but man, this is I don't know. It's a really good record on Capitol. It's tough to find. It doesn't really show up that much. $69.99 VG Plus. Slicker Van Slyke. If you're interested, you asked about it first. If you don't want it, then Colin Mackinson, maybe you want it. I don't know. The final call on Josephus, that's at $80 with Marianne. Final call. Luke and Kill for Peace 69 both said they're out. So final call on Josephus. Yeah, this is a really good record. 40. No. None of this is best offer. This is the first time I've shown any of these. These are all sticker price right now. If it was near mint, it'd be about 100. VG Plus $69.99 is a pretty dang good price on it. I'm gonna have to stick there, especially first time going through it. If you want it, let me know. If not, Colin Mackinson might be interested. Next, we have the Quintet Future Tense. The Quintet is VG Plus for $14.99. $14.99 for the Quintet. Mystic Number National Bank. Mystic Number National Bank on ABC Pro VG Plus $24.99. Pass, all right. Let's see. Christopher Mackinson. Are you interested in Stained Glass Crazy Horse Roads? Let me know. That is $69.99 VG Plus. Josephus is sold to Mary Ann for $80. That is sold to Mary Ann for $80. Let's see. The quintet is sold to Cynthia Herndon. Cynthia Herndon gets a quintet. Gotta put this back in the crate. If anyone wants stained glass, just let me know. $69.99. Before I keep going though, let's put up this Josephus Get Off My Case. This is a 1993 US copy, which I think is the first time this was released. It's EX. I think it's a live record, right? Believe this is a live recording, or it might even be, oh, it's the original unreleased 1969 master recordings from the band. It says it's supposed to have an 8-page book, and it does. There it is. Let's see. Josephus Get Off My Case. It does have the book. It's EX. Let's start it for 55. I'm going to start this Josephus for $55. It's also a tough Josephus record to get. $65 start on Josephus Get Off My Case. Let's see. All right, I'll keep going. Big Boy Pete, Return to Catatonia. This is an archival release, but it was released in '98 in the UK. It's VG Plus 1999. I think this was mostly recorded in like the mid 60s, maybe 67. Yeah, 67, 68 on most of this. VG Plus 1999. The Psychedelic World of Jeffrey Tremaine, Alice's Orb. This is VG Plus 14.99. It's a 1998 UK import. Psychedelic World of Jeffrey Tremaine. Then we've got Warrenzoid. This is a compilation of some bands like Bevis Fron, stuff like that. From 1989, UK Psych Comp, EX Condition, $27.99. $27.99. Big Boy Pete is sold to Slicker Van Slyke. It's sold to Slicker Van Slyke. Then we've got, the 5-Day Week Straw People. This band actually went on to form Andromeda, which is another crazy record. Man, it's a killer record. This is Psych. If you know Andromeda, it's not like that at all. This is like very late 60s British Psych. VG Plus 21.99. It's a 2000 Italian import. Yeah, Nick said it. Thank you. John Ducan was in this group, and then he was in Andromeda, and then he was in Atomic Rooster right after that. But it's got some great guitar, of course, because John Ducan's on it. But yeah, this is killer. That's sold to Nick Orlando. And what's going on with my feed here? Okay, Alex Kane is at $70 on Josephus. Alex Kane is at $70 on Josephus. I was about to make it a final call to get a bid in, but we have a $70 bid on Josephus with Alex Kane. This is Novak, the Fifth Word. It is a promo copy, not just because of the sticker, but it does have a promo label. And it's EX $12.99. It's on Herbie Mann's Embryo label, but this is a Psych record. EX $12.99. And we've got Fever Tree, self-titled. This is a VG minus copy, $11.99, but it is a 1968 Monarch copy, Fever Tree, on Uni, VG minus $11.99. Marianne's at $75 on Josephus. The Fallen Angels, self-titled. I usually am like, oh man, when people draw on records, but I kind of thought this was a little bit hilarious. Someone kind of put like some drag or makeup on the Fallen Angels, and it's a VG copy, $14.99. VG for $14.99. Obviously, some it's an altered cover, I guess. $14.99 for the Fallen Angels. Ron Fuller's going to get Fever Tree. Excuse me. This man, my allergies are killing me. We're at 75 on Josephus with Marianne. And back to the crate. Los Buenos and Simon, Simun. This is EX for $22.99. This is a 1991 Spanish import. 1991 Spanish import. I believe this is a compilation from a Spanish band from 1969. EX 22.99. Then we've got Eugenio Finardi, Sugo. This is a original 1976 Italian import VG Plus for $24.99. Eugenio Finardi. That is $24.99. Level 6.5. The artist is actually Kazad Doom, which original copies of this album go for $1,500, $2,000, somewhere in that range. I have 2 copies of this. This is a 2006 US reissue, and it's EX for $17.99. It's like a Psych prog record on Void Records reissue, EX $17.99. Kazad Doom, EX $17.99. If anyone wants to take a chance on that one. Where are we at? Let's see. Alex Kane, let me know if you're in or out on Josephus. Marianne has it for 75. That's a final call. And we've got the Abstracts. The Abstracts is EX for $32.99. This is a 1968 Terre Haute press. EX $32.99 for the Abstracts. Paul Oakley on Kazad. Just making sure, yeah, these are not numbered or anything like that. So I will give you this one. This one is sold to Paul Oakley. If anyone else wants a copy of that, I have one more for $17.99 EX condition. Alex is out on Josephus, so final call on Josephus. Get off my case. This is at $75 with Marianne, and it's in EX condition. EX, so there might just be like a little, yeah, there's like not much of anything going on, but $75 with Marianne. Final call. It's a 1993 release. Then we've got Osric Tentacles, Arborescence by Osric Tentacles. This is a original 1994 UK pressing, EX condition, $32.99 for Osric Tentacles. This is a double LP as well. EX $32.99. Hey, another Orange Sunshine. This one is Homo erectus. This is an EX condition, $44.99. It's a 2001 release. There are no glasses with this, unfortunately, or it'd be more than $44.99, but Orange Sunshine, Homo erectus is $44.99 EX condition. And then we've got The Clubs, KLUBS, The Clubs Midnight Love Cycle. This is VG Plus, $21.99. It's a 1999 UK import. Most of this stuff was recorded in 1968. Don't know much about these guys, unfortunately. Looks like it would probably be Garage, maybe like Garage Psych, something like that. VG Plus, $19.99 on that. Back to the crate. Complex, The Way We Feel. You might be familiar with it. This is a UK like psych record, and it is obscenely rare. They put out 2 records, and both of their albums are like incredibly rare and incredibly expensive. This is obviously a reissue from 1998. It is numbered out of 1,000. This is number 655. EX condition, $22.99. It's like some lo-fi British psych. EX $22.99. Very good record there. And then we've got Anduella's Dream, Love and Poetry. Anduella's Dream, Love and Poetry. This is an unofficial reissue. EX condition for $32.99. Another one that's very rare. This is a really good record too. This is a really good psych record. It's been a minute since I've listened to it, but I do remember the track Cocaine. This is a really good album. British Psych EX 32.99 for Anduella's Dream Complex. It's sold to Paul Oakley. And Anduella's Dream is sold to Cynthia Herndon. All right. Got a few more. Let's see. Warpig. This is a fantastic, it's like Canada's answer to Black Sabbath, basically. This is Warpig, VG Plus 34.99. This is an Italian unofficial reissue. VG Plus 34.99. Originals go for a ton of money. And they also have a different cover. It's like more black and red. And then this was like the second cover that they used. But this is an unofficial $34.99 VG Plus Warpig. Someone should pick that up for sure. Let's see, Electric Lucifer Book 2. This is Bruce Heck. He did the original Electric Lucifer. This is like very cool electronic, like early electronic kind of stuff. This was recorded in 1979, released in Germany in 2001. VG Plus $29.99. Bruce Heck. Side 2 has like some marks kind of on like the first track, but I test played it and I don't know, there's something like ticks or a few ticks for a little bit, but it fades out pretty quickly. But outside of that, it's near mint. It's just got a few marks on the first side or first track of the second side. But Bruce Heck, this is good stuff. Experimental, electronic, psych kind of stuff. VG Plus $29.99. Alex Kane first on Warpig. Ron Fuller was second. Next in the crate. Let's see. Stack Above All. This is another one that like originals are crazy rare, and there's never been like there hasn't been one that is sold on Discogs ever. It's a rare U.S. Like heavy psych record. They do some covers. I think it's mostly covers, but there are some originals as well. The drummer kind of reminds me of like Cream or Ginger Baker, but it's like heavy psych. I think it came out in 70 originally, maybe 1970. Is that right? It was like extremely limited. I don't know if copies got destroyed after making them or what. I don't know what happened, but it is like impossible to find an original copy. This is a 1997 reissue. Stack Above All, and it comes out of the left. These are like all EX. I marked them EX just because they have like, I guess, little paper scuffs from the insert, but they're all EX $27.99. These little inserts in here of the band, and I love when labels put this kind of stuff in with like old obscure records. It's like little pieces of history, kind of like forgotten music history. Super cool. But I have I've got 3 copies of this. I think this is, I don't know. Someone needs to pick these up. It's early 70s, heavy psych kind of stuff. They're all numbered as well. I've got them in order by number. Let's see, Alex Kane wants that one. So Alex Kane, you're going to get the lowest number one. And then Mary Ann is going to get the second lowest number. Mary Ann gets this one right here. These are all $27.99. And then Ron Fuller is also going to get it. So there's a small stack of Stack, all sold. I kind of forgot about Josephus, but this is sold. It should have been sold a long time ago. $75. John Gollin, that was all I had, unfortunately. They're all gone now. Josephus is sold to Marianne for $75. And I only have a couple records left to show. Excuse me. Yeah, comparable to Truth and Janie for sure. Very heavy guitars, frantic drumming. It does remind me of Ginger Baker. Like their sound kind of reminds me of a more revved up version of Cream almost. It's really good. I didn't check Pop Psych or eBay or anything to see if original copies had sold. I'm sure they have. I'm sure copies have sold before, but I'd like to see. I have no idea what originals of that record go for. It has to be, I would think, close to $1,000 or more. I don't know. I haven't. I didn't look at it. I just know what. Just know what the reissues go for. But a copy has never sold on Discogs, and there's none for sale. I don't think. It's wild. Oh yeah. Speaking of Krautrock, Gamora. This is Gamora. This is an unofficial reissue, VG Plus, $24.99. This is killer. This is a really good Krautrock record. It's just got one mark right here. VG Plus is probably pretty conservative. It's probably closer to EX, but yeah, this is VG Plus, $24.99 for Gamora. Someone should definitely pick that up. That is good stuff. It was originally on the Brain label. Power Plant, Golden Dawn. So, yeah, obviously originally on International. This is a reissue from 1999. I marked it VG Plus, $49.99. There is a mark on side one right here. I don't know if that comes through. It's completely superficial. I test played it and it doesn't do anything. You can't hear it whatsoever. This is VG Plus, $49.99 for Power Plant, Golden Dawn. Let's see, Gamora, Ron Fuller, I believe that was Gore, right? Or Gamora, was that for Gamora, Ron? If so, that is sold to you. I don't have any Can. Can is my favorite band of all time, right? That is, I've thought about it, and like 3 of their albums are in my top 10 favorite albums of all time. I mean, I would have to put Ega Bamyasi, Tagamago, and Future Days. They're all in my top 10 favorite albums of all time. And if you have 3 albums in like a top 10 list, if I had to make it a top 10, then I feel like you automatically have to be like my favorite band. Just, I love Can, but I haven't seen one Can record in this collection yet. I have not seen any Can records in here yet. Let's see. DR, Christopher B. What was DR? Let me know what DR is. DR. DR. I don't know if it was supposed to be for Golden Dawn. Birth Control. Yeah, I've got that one. I do have a Birth Control record, and I can't think of the name of it. It's got the large lady on it. I'm sure you know which one I'm talking about. What's that one track on it? Like Ray Gun, something that's on there. I can't remember the name of it. Plastic People. Yeah, that might be right. Plastic People sounds right. Okay. Christopher B. Let me know what DR was supposed to be. Oh, Power PP. I just saw Marianne put PP. So Power Plant. Unless DR was supposed to be GD or anything that meant Golden Dawn or Power Plant, I do believe this is sold to Marianne. What else? There's only one record left in here. All right. Oh yeah, Dr. Demento's Delights. Just a comp to, tie it all together. It's a 1975 Jacksonville press. It is in VG condition. Hoodoo Man, Ray, that's the one. Hoodoo Man is the one I have. This is VG $9.99. $9.99 for that. $9.99. Oh, did you see that? I didn't even realize, I didn't even think I had shown that, but Christopher B does get it. I didn't mean to show Dr. Demento. That is sold. Brad, yeah, I'm going to be doing these every Sunday. We have so many psych, like I'm not going to run out of these for a while. There's so many. Debbie Paredes, you were second on Dr. Demento. Let me recap this crate. Before I do, I'm going to show it one more time in case anyone has thought about it or contemplated or they want to buy it or make a very fair offer. This is a $275 buy it now. It's a sealed original private press folk record from 1983. sealed, $275. Or I think at this point I would entertain a very, very fair offer. All right. Let's see. OG. There is some OG psych. I do have some. I'm gonna have to like chip away at that during the week because those things take so long to get ready and research and all that. But I did sprinkle some in. There are a lot of reissues of like really rare stuff, and then there's some OG psych that I can sprinkle in. There's a lot of reissues, but it's kind of a good thing because it's like you get a chance to own a record that normally would be like $1,000, $2,000, $3,000, even $300 or $500. You can get it for like 50, maybe 100. Some of these reissues even are a little bit expensive, mostly because like the reissues are usually really limited, and they were pressed in the 90s or the 2000s or something. Let me recap this crate. We put a dent in this thing already, but there's still some really good stuff left. We got Flight Reaction Spectral Footwear. That is still available. Let me know if you want price or condition anything. This is Dunyan Teal Bitar, sealed, original Swedish import from 2007. It's a really good record. Stephen Monahan, that's a mono promo. Fresh Country Apples, the psych record about apples. It is good. It's psych, but it's really more like Laurel Canyon, San Francisco kind of country psych. It's just got that period flavor. I think you know what I'm talking about. The American Revolution, that's a mono promo copy as well, still available. 3 Hoover L, I would recommend someone take a chance on that. That's some Turkish psych, Anatolian rock kind of stuff. Mystic Number, National Bank, still available. So I feel like we had so many people ask about this. Someone's got to buy it at this point. Stained Glass, Crazy Horse Roads. This is a great album. Rare Bird, I don't think so. I haven't seen any Rare Bird. I have not seen any Rare Bird records. I'm positive we have some in the back, but I don't know where they're at. Most of the stuff that this guy had was like really obscure, but really good, like weird, just I don't think he had any like Doors records or Jefferson Airplane. It was all like really deep cut, private press stuff and like just crazy stuff. Stuff that I know a lot of us haven't heard of, but great music nonetheless. Forgotten classics, I guess, is how you can look at it. The Psychedelic World of Jeffrey Tremaine, that is still available. Woronzoid, this is like a 1989 psych comp from the UK with like contemporary psych bands from the late 80s. It's a good comp. Novak, The Fifth Word, Fallen Angels, still available. Los Buenos and Simon. Eugenio Finardi is still available. The Abstracts, still available. That's a good record. The Abstracts, still available. EX condition. Kazad Doom, I still have one copy of this left. Level 6.5. I don't have any auctions up right now, Larry. No auctions. Let's see, the comp. Comp is sold to Cynthia Herndon. That is sold to Cynthia Herndon. Is there a MoFire UHQR bat out of hell? Not that I know of. They should do that. But I don't know. I don't think there is. I don't think I've seen any. Ray Road. Yeah, we sold 2 copies of the Hall of the Mountain Grill earlier. We did sell 2 copies of that. Cynthia gets level 6.5 by Kazad Doom. Let's see, what else? You're good, Larry. Osric Tentacles still available. Arborescence, it's an original 1994 UK copy EX 3299. Space Rock from the early to mid 90s. That is still available. Let's see. Orange Sunshine Homo Erectus still available. Orange Sunshine. Then we've got the clubs still available. And then Bruce Heck. Also, if you like weird, like experimental electronic stuff, Bruce Heck is really good. See, Pete Weisgarber is going to get the Osric Tentacles. Awesome. It's sold to Pete. Thank you, Pete. And then Cynthia Herndon's going to get Abstracts. And that is it for that crate. No one is going to get the stained glass. All right. Well, you know what that means. I'm going to consolidate this. Man, we sold a lot of this stuff. Thank you guys for hanging out on a Sunday. And if you like this kind of stuff, then Sundays are going to be a real good day for you. Like, this is what I'm going to be doing every Sunday for probably the next few months at least. There are so many psych records in this collection, and I'm excited to go through it all. There are some nuggets throughout here. All right, so I condensed everything that's left into one crate. I'm going to go through this again, and I'm going to make it all buy now or best offer. Obviously, since the first time, this is the first day that I've shown this, like the offers are going to have to be pretty close to, they're within reason, I don't know if I'm going to be cutting, like, I'm not going to be doing like half off or anything, but shoot me an offer. Maybe we can meet somewhere. We'll see. We'll see. Larry Drish, the stained glass is in VG plus condition. It's a Los Angeles press from '68, and it's $69.99. The jacket's super nice. It does have this hole punch. It's a Los Angeles press on Capitol. Plays very well. $69.99. I'm just gonna leave it up there. Just gonna leave it up there. Let's do buy now best offer on everything that we have left. 50. Okay, I was about to say 5. You offered 40 earlier. See, Slicker Van Slyke, 50. I can't do 50. My bet, if you really do want this, my best price today for you will be $60. 60 is my best price on this one today. $60 on stained glass, and I will sell it to you. 60. 60 is a really good price for that record. It's a tough one to get, and I remember when I first started looking for that record, it was like a $20 or $30 record, and it keeps going up. I guess more and more people keep finding out about it, but 60, okay. This is sold to Slicker Van Slyke for $60. That's awesome. It's a tough record to find. That is sold to Slicker Van Slyke. Let's get into the crate. Flood, The Rise of Flood is $44.99. It's a 1995 European reissue, and the originals go for like over 1,000 easily. This is limited to 300 copies. No condition notes, $44.99. The Jelly Bean Bandits. This is a sealed 180-gram reissue, sealed $27.99. The Jelly Bean Bandits. I need to focus on not getting that glare on there. Sorry, guys. That's $27.99. Ellie Pop. Ellie Pop is a sealed reissue for $24.99, also on the mainstream label. We've got Nucleus. This is a really good record. Nucleus is sealed $24.99. Nucleus on the mainstream label. Someone should definitely pick that up. Then we've got Soft-Hearted Scientists, Take Time to Wonder in a Whirling World. It was originally recorded and released in 2007 on CD. This is the only time it's been on vinyl. It's from 2018, sealed $24.99. Probably the most recent thing that I've seen in this whole collection, 2018, but $24.99 on that. Let's see. Paul Oakley offered $20 on Nucleus. Ed Nelson claimed it at full price, and Larry Drish said Nucleus $20. Paul, since Ed made an offer to buy it at full price, you had first dibs on it. I will sell this to you for $24.99, but if you don't want it, then it goes to Ed Nelson for full price. you want Nucleus for $24.99, it's yours. If not, then it's going to go to Ed Nelson. Just let me know. Let's see, and then Flood 38. Flood 38. That's a reasonable offer. I will sell that to Cynthia for $38. And Paul Oakley said okay, take. So Paul Oakley gets Nucleus for $24.99 sticker price. The Jelly Bean Bandits was $27.99 sealed, $27.99. Slicker Van Slyke, $27.99 on that. White Summer, someone should pick this up too, $24.99. It's a record store day reissue. Originals are crazy expensive and rare. Private press, hard rock with some psych and some really good guitar playing. Henry Tree, Electric Holy Man, sealed for $21.99. We've got Strobe Maya, $24.99. 1992 UK import experimental psych. Strobe Maya, $24.99. The Heat Wave Honeymelon Teapot. Heat Wave Honeymelon Teapot, $19.99. Did I lose? I might have lost Facebook chat. Give me one sec. Let me check something here. Instead of saying 3 out of 3, it says 2 out of 2. If you're watching on Facebook, can you send a test comment? Okay, there. Maybe it's back. I do see that comment at least. Now it says 3 out of 3. Did I miss any other claims or offers or anything? The last thing I saw on my end was okay take from Paul Oakley. I just want to make sure that I didn't miss anything. Larry Drish claimed WS. Okay. All right. So White Summer is going to go to Larry Drish. Sorry, guys. I think I lost the chat on Facebook there for just a second. Slicker Van Slyke, did you make any offer or claim on the Jelly Bean Bandits? If so, I did not see it. That's stickered at $27.99. Let me know if you want that. Ellie Pop was sealed for $24.99, I believe. Yeah, Ellie Pop is $24.99 sealed reissue. Let's see. Slicker Van Slyke 25. Yep, I'll sell this to Slicker Van Slyke for 25. Let's see. And Tracy Swinger is going to get the Ellie Pop that is sold to Tracy Swinger. Back to the crate. I don't know if anyone said anything about these at all. We also had Henry Tree, Electric Holy Man, Strobe Maya, the Heat Wave, Honeymelon Teapot. Those are still available if anyone wants those. Phantom's Divine Comedy, it is an unofficial release. It's got cover damage on the front and the back. It got some moisture, but the vinyl is near mint. It's unofficial, $14.99. $14.99 on that. We've got Juan de la Cruz, Shake Your Brains. It's like some, I believe they were from Spain. I might be wrong, but this is an unofficial release, $29.99. Some like bluesy, hard rock, kind of psyche, kind of proggy. $29.99 on Juan de la Cruz. And back to the crate. Let's see, Brush. This was that Japanese psych record. They would go on to form Flied Egg. This was recorded and released in 1971 in Japan. And then this is a 2004 German reissue, and it's sealed for $69.99. That's Brush. Brush. We've got Polyphene, Langt Ud Skoven. This is a really cool Denmark record. It was recorded in 1972. This is a 2001 Denmark reissue. Or I can't remember if this is the first time it's been on vinyl, but it's $34.99 for Polyphene. And then Oliver Standing Stone. This record's wild. This is $99.99. It's a 1992 UK numbered reissue. but it's numbered 46 out of 500. I can't remember where this came out originally. I almost want to say Australia or New Zealand or something, but I might be wrong. This is like acid-soaked blues rock. A lot of it's acoustic. There's like some crazy manic vocals, and it's hard to explain, but it's really cool and weird at the same time. But it's $99.99. Originals go for insane amounts. Ed Nelson is going to get Oliver Standing Stone. That's sold to Ed Nelson. And then we still have Bo Creation, some British folk psych from 1971, $49.99 on John Peel's Dandelion label. Kill for Peace. Standing Stone, that is sold to Ed Nelson from Australia. Okay, I couldn't remember. Thank you, Logan. Thank you for letting me know. I thought that was what I remembered. Man, that record is wild. It's a really wild record. Let's see. L'uomo nello spazio Piero Umiliani al Moog. It's like some Moog stuff from France, originally released in 1972. This is a 2015 blue vinyl reissue, $29.99. It's sealed. If you like early Moog stuff, like Mort Garson or Bruce Heck, which I showed earlier, no one bought it, but if you like weird early electronic stuff, try this out. $29.99 on that. Another Flood record, but this is just a different reissue. This is sealed for $39.99. This is a 180 gram reissue. If anyone wants Flood, The Rise of Flood. Still have this Sweet Tooth testing. This is on red vinyl from 1996. This was originally released in 1975. Psych rock, number 90 out of 400. It's $44.99. Sweet Tooth testing, $44.99. And then we have Amphirite, some French prog, $49.99. It's a 2003 German import reissue, $49.99. Originals go for well over $1,000. And we've got Swara Samrat, Lottery of Memories. This is a promo from 1994, psych rock, German import, $49.99. Then we've got Message Sailing Home. This is a private press gospel folk record, sealed for $49.99. Kawabata Makoto from Acid Mother's Temple. This is a 2006 UK import, sealed for $24.99. Kawabata Makoto. We've got Dead Flowers, Altered State Circus, 1994 UK import, $44.99. Larry Drish, the Phantom, was $14.99. It's unofficial. The cover has damage, but the vinyl's completely fine. EX plus near mint minus on that. Copy of these. Oh, nice. Thank you, Logan. Dead Flowers. Dead Flowers is sold to Pete. Pete's going to get Dead Flowers. And then Larry's going to get the Phantom. That is sold to Larry Drish. What else? What else am I missing? Let's see. Workshop. This is still available for $49.99. I know at least one or two people asked about this. This stuff's all buy now, best offer at this point. So if you see something you want, make an offer. Worst thing that can happen is I say no. And that's it. That's the worst thing that could happen. This is a 1990 German import. First pressing, $49.99. Workshop. That is Psych. And then we've got Flight Reaction Spectral Footwear. 1993 UK import, $34.99. Still in the shrink. And then we've got Dunion Tio Bitar, still available, $39.99, mostly sealed. This is an original 2007 Swedish import of Dunion Tio Bitar. Stephen Monahan. This is a white label promo mono copy on cap. very nice. $24.99. No condition notes on that. Still have Fresh Country apples in the shrink. VG Plus $44.99. Psych record about apples. The American Revolution on flick disc. This is a mono promo. VG Plus $24.99 for the American Revolution. And 3 Hooer L Turkish Psych VG Plus $29.99. Mystic Number National Bank VG Plus $24.99 on the ABC Probe label. VG Plus $24.99. The Psychedelic World of Jeffrey Tremaine. This is VG Plus $14.99. That's a 1998 UK import. American Revolution sold to Pete Weisgarber. Thank you, Pete. Novak, the Fifth Word on Herbie Mann's embryo label. EX $12.99. It's a promo. It's a psych record. EX $12.99. Then we've got the Fallen Angels. It does have a lot of doodling on the cover. Someone kind of made them. I don't know, they look like they're in drag, but that's cool. VG $14.99 for the Fallen Angels. Los Buenos and Simon. Los Buenos is EX $22.99. It's a 1991 Spanish import. And then we've got Eugenio Finardi Shugo. VG Plus $24.99. That's an original 1976 Italian import. And then Orange Sunshine Homo Erectus is EX $44.99. This is a 2001 release. There are no glasses, unfortunately. But Orange Sunshine Homo Erectus is EX $44.99. The clubs still available. VG Plus $21.99. This is a 1999 UK import. A lot of this stuff was recorded in 68, some in 67, some in 69. Like Garage Psych, VG Plus $21.99. And then we have Bruce Hack, Electric Lucifer Book 2, VG Plus $29.99. Recorded in 1979, released in 2001. That's what this is. That is all I've got. And my voice, I think, is going. This weather is really messing me up. Excuse me. Got a little bit of, had some allergies going on here the last few days. Christopher Allen offered $19. That is sold to Christopher Allen for $19. Thank you guys for showing up, showing out. If there's anything else in here that you want to make an offer on, let me know. C3 URL. That was kind of, there it is. Jackie Reynolds, this is VG Plus. It's a 1999 German import reissue. VG Plus $29.99. $29.99 on that. Thank you, Susie. Have a good night. Is there anything else in here that anyone wants to see or make an offer on? Some very cool stuff. Very cool stuff. This would be my pick for someone to get, or at least make an offer on. Dunian Tio Bitar. Very cool record. Jackie, let me know if you want to do anything with this. VG Plus $29.99. Paul, if you're asking about this, this is a sealed 2007 Swedish import, $39.99. I should say mostly sealed. There is a breech right here. Definitely never been opened or played. $39.99 for Dunian. Tio Bitard's, they're a more modern band, but it's like really fuzzed out, heavy sight kind of stuff. $35. That's sold to Paul Oakley. That is sold to Paul. Thank you, Paul. I'm just waiting to hear back from Jackie. If anyone else wants any info on any of this stuff, or I mean, you know, maybe there's some stuff you want to listen to at some point, and if there's something you want, I'll actually be hosting the show tomorrow night and Tuesday night as well. I won't be doing this though. I won't be doing psych. It'll be I don't know, whatever John prices, and maybe I'll get a crate or two of something priced out as well. But Chad is in Augusta, and I'll be hosting the shows tomorrow night and Tuesday night. $25 that is sold to Jackie Reynolds. The Orange Sunshine does not have the glasses. Kill for Peace 69. It's an EX condition, and it's $44.99. It does not have the glasses. Let me just like triple check, because I did look for them earlier. Yeah, because they're like guitar shaped or something. The glasses that come with this are like guitar shaped, I think. Yeah, this is EX 44.99. So now this is going to be the last. This is the last crate of the day. I might have some 50% off bin. I don't know what I'm going to have tomorrow night. There will definitely be new vintage arrivals and new vinyl and stuff, but I really don't know what else is going to be going on tomorrow. Let's see, 40. That sounds, yeah. I'll sell that to you for $40. Thank you. That's a very reasonable offer. The Juan de la Cruz, that was kind of towards the back, I think, right? Let's see, yeah. Juan de la Cruz, Shake Your Brains. This is the English translation. The original title is in Spanish. No condition notes. It is a 1996 Swedish import, unofficial release, $29.99. No condition notes, $29.99. It even has just a blank white label, $29.99 on Juan de la Cruz. Yeah, next Sunday will be fun too. I guess I'm doing like 4 out of the next 8 shows. Wow. So I'm doing today, I'll do tomorrow, Tuesday, and then next Sunday as well. So I'm definitely planning on doing another psych show next Sunday. I am going to take a look at a couple collections Thursday and Friday. I should be back Saturday, so hopefully I'll have some time. I should have time to get at least a crate or 2. I don't know how much psych stuff I'm going to have next Sunday, but I will be able to get at least a crate or 2 priced out for you guys. 2 a.m., not today. I won't be going until 2 tonight. Let's see. Album with a space shuttle in orbit. I'm assuming I think you might be talking about the Michael James record. Man, I sold that one fairly early on, right? Where was that one? Let me find it. I think you're talking about the Michael James record. Yeah, here it is, Michael James, Runaway World. I'm assuming that's the one you're talking about. Oh, it's in this crate. Okay, sorry. I guess this is a UFO, not a space shuttle. I thought you might be talking. There's a lot of records with that kind of theme going on. Who asked about the Juan de la Cruz? Clyde. Hey, Clyde, let me know if you're interested in that. Oh, it looks like Susie wants it. If not, all right. Where's the space shuttle in orbit? Not that. Where was it? That's not it. Space shuttle in orbit. Oh, there it is. Yeah. L'uomo nello spazio. You want to take a screenshot of that or something so you can give it a listen? I'll hold that up there for a little bit. Yeah, that is. I'm assuming that's got to be the record you're talking about. Clyde 20. I can't do 20. I could do 25 though. Oh, 25 would be my best price, Clyde. 25 on that if you want it. 25. And again, if anyone wants Jed Merlin's song, $275 buy it now, or at this point you can make me a very fair offer. Very fair offer on that. Philippines. Thank you, Derek. I couldn't remember where they were from. That is sold for 25 to Clyde. This is a sealed original Jed Merlin song from 1983. Extremely rare private press folk record. It's the only auction that did not get a bid or sell. We sold some really good records today, though. I don't know. I love doing this kind of show with like this psych and prog and krautrock and space rock and folk and private press stuff and all that. That's it's really like in the realm of the kind of stuff that I am really interested in. I listen to a bunch of other stuff too, like jazz and soul and funk and all sorts of stuff, country. But my bread and butter, like the thing that really keeps me going and looking for more records, is always psych and prog and krautrock and all that kind of stuff. I love it. Yeah, that's gonna do it for today's sale. Thank you for tuning in and hanging out on a Psychedelic Sunday. Gasoline. I haven't seen a Gasoline LP. I have not seen one, but man, there could be anything back there. There are still thousands of records from this collection. We've been pricing these things out for the last like 2 weeks, and I feel like we haven't even made a dent. Like, there are so many records left. And if you like, I'm sure you've been watching during the week, there's like a ton of garage and garage punk and psychobilly, rockabilly. There's rare blues, rare funk, rare soul. There's all sorts of stuff in this collection. I don't know, it's crazy. It's a really, really cool collection. Really well curated. Guy really loves music, and glad that we could, sell some of these to you guys and give them a new home. Wait, man. Yeah. That we're going to be coming down early tonight, a little bit early. We started right after 3. This has been for me, I usually go for like 2-3 hours. It's been about 3.5, a little bit over 3.5 hours. So it's been good. Thank you for hanging out. You guys have a good day, a good rest of your night. I'll see you tomorrow. I'll be right here tomorrow at 7 p.m. selling more records and other stuff that we like to sell. You guys have a good night.